Okay. I don't know what else needs sorting, but I'll leave that in your capables.
I don't know, maybe I want a coffee or something like that. Did you think of that?
I don't know.
Did you think of
something
did you think
amazing,
about what,
I guess.
Did you think about what I might want?
No. So I incorrectly assumed you were an adult capable of presenting their own wants and needs.
We'll talk about this later.
Okay.
Hi everyone, welcome.
Very well.
Oh no, Max. Yeah, they're okay. It's alright.
These are indeed Macs.
I don't hate the iMac.
I thought they made the feet thinner between one and the other, but...
Tapered.
Yeah.
Yes. The young married couple arguments. Anyway, yes, hello everyone. How are we all doing? Welcome back. I say welcome back. You guys need to welcome me back. I'm the one who has returned.
I'm the one who returns.
Yes. I'm the one who spent a week in Bulgaria next to a pool with unlimited cheap booze. Did
you drink an unlimited amount?
I didn't drink that much. I had a couple. Yeah. I was having like 2 a day or something like that. I wasn't getting blatto drunk every day because I didn't really want to do that.
Disappointing.
But it also, though, the drinks were a roulette because at the resort they have a short cocktail list, and most of the cocktails, like the machine makes the cocktail for them, but then they just put in the spirit for it. And some of the bartenders, so you know it's high quality stuff when all of the spirits, so whiskey, rum, vodka, etc., they're all Savoy brand, which is just the hotel brand of stuff, and it's probably all watered down to hell. But some bartenders, you'd be like, cool, give me the tequila sunrise please, and they'd put in a generous double of tequila, put it under the machine that then goes orange juice shot of grenadine, and then some of them, they would be like, so it's like half full and then put it under the machine. So if you've gone, you can see what if you've gone up to the bar, you can see what they're doing. But like, if someone else has gone up to the bar, it's like, I'm going to the bar, anyone want anything? And you'll be like, oh yeah, I'll have a whatever. And they come back and you go, fucking hell, So it's luck of the draw, which is sometimes funny, and sometimes we just had drinks where it's just like, Jesus, So
you go up and you order an orange juice and then you're just decanting.
Yeah. And ironically, I did see people doing that. Yeah. But yeah. So yes. Also, just anything with rum in was awful. The rum was just atrocious. But yeah, I did find out the Black Russian, which is vodka, Coke, and coffee liqueur. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Yeah, once my sister and I discovered that, we just started drinking Black Russians all day. So yeah. Right. What GPU is that on the desk?
It's a 3060.
It's a 3060 12 gig. Yeah, it is the most unnecessary 3060 12 gig ever, because it's just like, it's the Strix. It's the Strix, and it's just like, why is a 3060 this big? Just, yeah. A 3060 does not need to be this enormous. I took it out of the computer, and I was just like, oh, what's that going to be? And I'm like, oh, it's a 3060. But why? So yeah.
That's the thing I quite liked, and I keep banging on about this, but about the palette line of the 3000 series, because they were small.
Yeah, they were just like, they were as big as they needed to be.
Yeah, they just went, this is how big all of our 20 series was, reduced by 10%. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And you also ended up with the 3090 that was long, not very tall and not very thick.
Yeah.
It was just long.
The long boy. Yeah. Unfortunately, this one is dead because the computer it was in got dropped while being shipped. And it's throwing out artifacts. It'll be in the video that will come out at the start of the week on Tuesday. Is the PC that this has come out of, and yeah, unfortunately, it's throwing out artifacts. So I'm assuming there's a cracked solder ball somewhere. I am considering, like, I might ask a couple of people
It'll
and be like,
these ones.
yeah, I might ask a couple of people, like, should I try and reflow the VRAM, or am I just, like, is that just
You'll
a
be
waste?
able to, there's a, oh god, what's the word? Reference image that will tell you which bank it is, and then you can narrow it down from there.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So it's probably reasonably easy to find if it is the VRAM.
Yeah.
So
the customer has replaced the graphics card. It's
Yeah.
being and like DHL are paying. So the customer is just like, yeah, we've had the okay to fix it, and so I hopefully I'll be able to hopefully I'll be able to hold on to that, and then I can take a swing at trying to fix it. But with the value of a 36, like, that's obviously one of the nicest 3060s money can buy, but it's still a 3060 12 gig, which means it's worth about 180 quid. And it's one of those awkward times where it's just like, oh, but it's the Strix. It's like, yeah, but I can buy another graphics card for 180 quid that is the same speed. Which is why you shouldn't really buy the super special edition of something unless it's unless you've got a pretty good reason to, in my opinion.
Like the 80, the 90, those ones that make
flagships,
sense.
Sure, but
the top end of whatever generation it was. I can understand those ones.
Low and mid-range cards, don't buy special editions of them, because they just
guarantee for the same
anything.
Price as this, you could have got a cheap 3060 Ti 16 gig.
Yeah. Depending on what was available at the time, I guess. But yeah. So yes, need to have a look at that at some point. But yeah, not in a hurry. But that's just a thing that's in the works. But
just like that sentence.
Indeed, yeah. The iMacs are here because this is the front of house iMac, and this is a slightly newer. This is a 2012 and this is a 2015. And
that's a reasonable.
This has been kicking around for months, and I've been meaning to. Basically, I just want to take the drive out of this and put it in this one, because this will still have its hard drive in it, whereas that's SSD. So I'm going to just swap the drives over, which kills two birds with one stone. It SSDs this and it transfers the data, so I don't have to mess around setting it up again. And it means that I can then upgrade it to a newer version of macOS, because this is running not El Capitan. This is running. No.
It'll go
Catalina.
Yeah.
Catalina. Which and Catalina is barely holding on now. Like, it doesn't run the latest version of Chrome, and like. One of the other things was I've got another Paul Daniels Type C meter, which I'm now putting out front of house, so I've got something I can plug in on the front counter instead of having to lean back and get the one from my bench. And the Paul Daniels software needs Monterey or higher, or I think Monterey, or just a newer version. So I was like, okay, let's get that 2015 out here, because I'm not going to do anything else with this. I have no intention of trying to sell a 2015 computer because it's a decade old. But yeah, so I'm going to put that on there. And we were having a conversation just before we started that I might try open coring it onto like Sequoia or something like that. So yeah, that's the plan there. So yeah, that's what we're doing with those. So yes,
it's always Paul Daniels' fault. Doesn't matter what it is, just blame Paul Daniels because he's in the chat.
Yes. And are you going to put the OpenCore thingy software to link new software? I guess I hadn't planned on it, but then Caradog mentioned it, and I was just like, oh yeah, I guess I could,
Yeah, because my experience with the weird 2012, 2013 MacBook that doesn't exist, but clearly does because I have held it.
Yes.
I basically downloaded the thing, plugged in a flash drive, went do the stuff, and it went okay. I came back like 40 minutes later and it was like, the stuff is ready.
Yes.
And I was like, okay.
Yeah, like I'm never like there's always folks in the chat that are just like, oh, you could do this and then it will run this. I'm just like, I don't care as long as it's running a version of macOS that does what I need it to do. I honestly don't care.
It was just the fact that it was just like,
however, I
was just like, oh, okay.
On the flip side, though, the other thing I mentioned to Caradog just before we started is that when you're resetting Apple passwords, you have to have a modern Apple device. And so actually having something running Sequoia on the front desk would be handy, because at the moment for resetting Apple passwords, I have to go and grab my iPad, and it would just be nice to actually just be able to do it with the front of house computer.
How old is that one?
Oh, that's a 2012 as well, but that's the wretched 2012. That's the i5 dual core, like 2-core, 2-thread.
Oh, I thought they were all dual cores.
No, they're quad core.
Oh, okay.
They've got quad cores.
Oh,
but
okay.
yeah, that's the 2-core iMac iMac 2012, and it's miserably slow.
Why
which
do you
is
still
why
have it?
just because it's another piece of e-waste to throw out. But it's why it doesn't get used, because when I acquired that one, that was supposed to be there just as a, I can check the customer databases there, and I can do lookups on it and stuff, and I just stopped using it because it's just wretchedly slow, just abominably slow, even with an SSD, so yes. Yeah, Paul says, I was disinclined to use OpenCore initially, but I was forced to try it, and I agreeably was quite surprised at how easy it was. Yeah, that'd be nice. Especially if it's a supported machine. Like, I've also had people bring in old Mac Pros, and those ones trying to run newer versions of macOS is always really complicated because of graphics support and stuff like that, and that kind of put me off all of this malarkey. Because one of my previous experiences with it was just bad. You had to have a very specific version of the computer, and there was just a string of if this then that's for what you could do and stuff, and I was just like, I can't be fecked, However, with an iMac, it should just be a lot more straightforward.
Yeah, it's as Arnold says. It's kind of that 2012 cutoff.
That
seemed to be where, because as I was scrolling through the list, it was just kind of like the pre-2012 stuff was like, this doesn't work, that doesn't work, this doesn't work, that doesn't work.
Hideous.
And then it was the after 2012s, and it was like, works.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
So yes.
So yes. Is the 2015 that much faster? It's 10 years old. Probably not that much faster. However, it's got to be at least 1 or 2 generations newer processor-wise. For me, it's just official support. Although that much being said, I guess the question we're asking is, if you're open coring it, then suddenly what edition of Mac it is doesn't matter anymore. But yeah, I don't know what the raw specs are. You know what? Let's look it up. Let's find out. Firstly, what is this? This is a EMC 2883. iMac EMC 2883. Did I say 2883? Uh, 2883, yeah. 2883. Thanks, every Mac. What do you mean it's not? Third time's the charm.
What are you
2883. Yeah.
What are you looking at? Hold on.
The EMC number, which is how you check the model number of an iMac.
Yes, 2883. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, that's not listed on every Mac. That's weird. Okay. Am I gonna have? Okay. Can you read out the serial number for me? Hold on.
D.
Stop. Mac serial lookup. All right. Yeah. Can you read out the serial number for me, please?
D.
D.
G.
G.
K.
K.
R.
R.
1. 0.
0.
5.
5.
S.
S.
G.
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 7.
7.
D.
D. Stop. Oh my god, tractor puzzles.
I need to. There's a video I need to find and send to you.
What?
No, you put it in place and then you click the verify button. See? Well done on not being an AI.
Whatever. Okay, it's right. So this is 5th gen. It's a 2017. Oh, late 2015. Yeah, discontinued 2017. Yeah, I was going to say, what the hell were they doing putting a 5th gen in a 2017 model? But Apple. All right.
Where's the A number? Oh, there.
Yeah,
A1418.
yeah, A numbers aren't super helpful on iMacs.
Oh, they're the same.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay. I didn't know if the A number was going to be different between the two on that screen.
yeah, yeah. Okay, right. So that's so this has got a oh yeah, that's so it's either got a 1.6 i5 or a 2.8. I'm not sure which. It'd be nice if it's the 2.8, but because that's a hell of a performance jump from the low power to the speedy one.
The i5 5575R.
Yeah.
Huh?
Custom for Apple. So right. Okay, right. So what is the other one then? And yeah, could you pull up the serial for that one as well, please? Mac serial.
It's a 2544. Or do you actually want the
give me the
number?
serial number. We'll just save the time.
C02K C83BDNCR.
Okay. Look up.
My Chemical Romance.
Oh, I've got to do tractor puzzles again. What is this nonsense? This is a John Deere. Right, late 2012, and this is 3rd gen. So yeah, 2.7, and yeah, it's an i5 3330S, whatever the hell that is. But yeah, so we're going from 3rd gen to 5th gen. So yeah, and if that's this, I don't think it's going to be the speedy one because I'm probably not that lucky. But if that one's the 2.8, then that'll be a hell of a performance boost. So yeah.
Yeah.
Fine. Right.
Yeah, it should be about 20%.
Yeah. However, again, also though, it just gives me much newer official macOS support. So yeah. Okay. Right. So I'm going to take the screen off of that and pull the SSD out of it. So I'm going to go and get my slicer.
When they got rid of the CD drive, was that when they stopped being magnetized?
Yes, correct. Yeah. And that was I think the last of those was a very early 2012, but broadly speaking, 2012 and newer are the quote-unquote thin ones.
Yeah.
And 2011 and older is the fat boy ones.
Did they get rid of the optical drive from MacBooks at the same time?
Yes, actually, yeah, because...
So, it was the early 2013 they got rid of the optical drive, wasn't it? Because that was also brought in USB 3.
Yeah, so the retinas... it's right in front of me. Yeah, so...
Where is my tool?
Yeah.
It's right in front of me.
So yeah, the Retina MacBooks, those came in. There was a late 2012 Retina.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah. Right. Okay, right. So this one should come off fairly easily because I've already had it apart, so I only would have glued it on one side.
How much can I sell this Mac for on eBay? Am I about to cry?
Yeah. If I sell it, I've got to put another SSD in it, and it's just like, can I be asked? I doubt it. The problem is, computers like this are worth more as computers than they are as their monetary value.
Oh, good. That's more like it. £99.
100 quid, yeah.
Thank you. Good. I was like, oh, good. Someone is sane, not charging £277 for this.
Yeah. Oh, it's an Apple. That means it's worth a lot. No.
God.
Okay. Almost.
Yeah, like £120 for the 2015.
Yeah.
So good. No, that's fine. It was kind of a fact. I was just looking at that and I was just like, oh, is this going to be horrifying? Are people going to be still spending like £600 on these?
Oh, I caught that at just the wrong angle then.
How was the holiday? How was Monaco?
Yes, it was very good. So yes, I was staying at a luxury resort, and it was very nice.
Is that luxury for Bolton?
Yes. Well, I don't want to downplay it. However, just there were certain times where, okay, right, it feels incredibly rude. Firstly, my dad and stepmom took the family on holiday. So I didn't pay to go on holiday. So, I don't want to come across as ungrateful. It was a wonderful holiday and stuff like that. Blah, blah, blah. And it was genuinely a nice stay. The weather was lovely. The place was entirely pleasant and stuff like that. However, just there are certain times where you go to places and you feel like you're getting the illusion of luxury, where like they're putting on the airs of it being a luxury location, but while I've never stayed at like 5-star Michelin whatever, but at the same time you're like pretty certain at those places the aircon unit isn't dripping onto the floor over there, so so there are little things like that which just make me sort of smile a little bit and be like, that's adorable. But it was legitimately really nice. The place was called Aqua Paradise Resort in Nessebar, and they're next door to a huge water park which has the most water slides and the longest water slide in Europe, apparently. And it was banging. It was really cool. So firstly, while I make a slight... the reason why I'm just saying this is just like, I'm aware of the irony of being like, I was staying at a luxury resort with Savoy brand rum behind the counter, but also like it's all inclusive. They don't give you the good stuff for free. So yeah. Anyway, yes, it was jolly nice. So yeah, spent the whole week sitting next to a pool, lots of booze, blah blah blah. Weather was lovely. It was. I get the whole dry heat thing now. Because like it was about 30 degrees. The weather was perfect for me because I don't want to be crazy hot because I don't work well in the heat, etc. But yeah, on a good day it was 30 degrees. And in the UK that would be insufferable. That would just be where you would be standing outside feeling like you're standing in soup, and even in the shade it would just be awful. Like, how hot do you reckon it was when we went to Goodwood?
About 28, 29.
Oh, see that was unbearable, wasn't it? We were getting heat stroke.
But also the other thing was inside the units that we were sat in, they were at 38 to 40. So
true.
it's kind of a case of the outside in the sun was air temperature 28, 29. Inside the units was like 40 because they couldn't cool off the units. Yeah. So it was like, pick your poison, shade but 40 or direct sunlight in 28.
Well, even in the shade outside, we were standing in the shade outside just being like, I can't bear this heat kind of thing. Whereas, in Bulgaria, I'm under a parasol, 30 degrees. As soon as I'm in shade, I'm like, this is great. I love this. Yeah. This is fantastic. I could sit out here, and I did sit out there all day, completely comfortable, And so, yeah, it was just so I really get. And so this reinforces the thing that, like, when the Brits complain about it being too hot because it's 28 degrees, it's not a nice 28 degrees. So, yeah.
I always enjoy seeing the stuff pop up on social media from people who are like from India or from parts of Africa, hot, things like that, and they've come to the UK and they're like, I don't understand why it's so bad here. I don't get it. I'm dying. It's only 26. Why am I dying?
Exactly that.
I always find it very funny because it's just like,
yes. So yes. At any rate, but yeah. So yeah, weather was delightful. And the hotel was extremely pleasant. It was really nice being, poolside and just family and I are just sitting on deck chairs, and just whenever you feel like it, whenever you feel like it, you just jump in the pool for a dip, and then when you're bored of that, you get out, and just because it's warm, you just dry off almost instantly again, just very nice. It was good. I would go again. My only regret is being an all-inclusive holiday resort. We did go into Old Nessebar, which was a nearby town, but about 95% of the shops there are just tourist tat. And so, I wouldn't call it a cultural holiday. I don't feel like I've been to Bulgaria. I went to a resort that happened to be in Bulgaria,
Yes.
So that's my only comment on that, is just, I don't feel like I went to another country per se. But and that would, if I went there again, I would want to do something a little bit different to that extent. However, it was jolly nice. I had a lovely time. It was nice having that experience because I've never done an all-inclusive holiday like that before. And while lots of people sort of scorn at all-inclusive holidays at being just like the lazy holiday, and people are just like, oh, why would you want to sit next to a pool? You should go and explore the town and stuff like that. And I'm like, I agree, but also I do find an attractiveness of actually just being able to sit by a pool and being like, I've got nothing I need to be doing right now except sitting by a pool with a drink in one hand and a book in the other. That's a very relaxing time for me,
Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay, scanning through the chat. Yeah. Did you see the Wombles in Bulgaria? No, are they supposed to be there?
The Wombles of Bulgaria.
Yeah. I don't. If that's a joke, I don't get it.
Yeah.
Various temperatures are hot. Yes. You can. It's just nice being able to eat your meal without thinking about where or what it will cost, though. Yes, indeed. Yeah.
That's true.
Oh, Great Uncle Bulgaria was a Womble. I see. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. I know of the Wombles, but I've never really sat down and watched it. I don't know the names of the Wombles. So, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. All the oldies are just like, Uncle Bulgaria. I'm like, I've never watched it. I'm sorry.
You're not that old.
I am. It was still, they were still running repeats, but I don't know. I think exploring and pool holidays should be two different things. Yeah, I mean, you could have a bit of both, I think. But the problem is that I had an interesting conversation with my brother-in-law about the inherent politics about where we were staying. In that, the resort is effectively in the middle of nowhere. It was surrounded by scrubland. As soon as you left the resort, it's just scrubland all around you, and the nearby town was built entirely of other small resort hotels and apartments. Lived in entirely by the people who staff these resorts, most likely. I flew into Burgas, and so we were somewhere over here. And so there's an inherent interest point there where, you try to go into the local town and you're like, okay, right, this is the local town. It's like, is it though? Or is this just more tourism kind of thing?
Yeah.
There's I don't know the details, but I sensed an undercurrent where it's a case of like, in order to do things cheap, they build out here in the scrubland, but that inherently draws all of the tourism away from the actual towns and cities and stuff like that. So, I don't know. How's the food in Bulgaria? Well, that's just it. I don't really feel like I had any Bulgarian cuisine because at the resort, the food they serve is international food, and it's clearly food that is designed to be what the maximum number of residents would be familiar with.
Yeah.
It's a all-you-can-eat buffet for the meals. And as you look through the options, there's food that you'll be familiar with from the UK and also just from other European and European-inspired things. But there was not a single thing there where I looked at that and was just like, is this Bulgarian food? I don't know. It doesn't seem particularly out there to me. It's in, the spices and the way it's made is all slightly different. There are many things that I was familiar with, but you would taste it and be like, oh, they're using different herbs and spices here. And also, there's a big lack of dairy.
Yeah.
Nothing had cream in it.
Yeah.
Which I thought was interesting. But yeah, so that was the other thing, and that's why again it was a bit of a strange, as I say, not bad, but an odd experience. I'm aware that I don't feel like I went and had a Bulgarian experience per se. That's why it's all a bit weird.
The way you chose to enunciate that made it sound like Bulgarian experience is a euphemism.
Yeah.
I had a Dudley experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, was it expensive away from the inclusive stuff? It didn't seem that way. There was stuff that you could spend money on, but a lot of stuff was reasonably cheap. Like, I feel that way. Like even when we went into Old Neseba and we were in one of the tourism shops, I bought a pair of sunglasses because I didn't have any, and a pair of sunnies from a tourism shop was it was 20 lev, which would have been about £9, so probably about $8. That was for a pair of sunglasses at a tourist shop, tourist shop, and just lots of things that it was just a case of, it seems pretty good, So yeah, I would say stuff was reasonably priced. Food was reasonably priced. I'm not going to say it was cheap, but we were buying from tourist locations, and so when you factor that in, it kind of makes sense. Did you get ride-ons on some Raydans? Yeah. Fakeleys. Yeah. There were other there were shops selling handbags and leather handbags and leather jackets and stuff like that, and they were all like Ridley instead of Radley and stuff like that. So there were just knockoff stuff, but also there were so many things which were with Romanized or Anglican names, where you're like, and it's spelt slightly wrong, and you're like, do they know? Is this deliberate because there's something that they're trying to be legally distinct from, or did they just not check? Down on the beach, there was a beach bar / club called Ozone, but it was spelt Ozzone. And I'm like, is this like Oz, like Aussie? Is it a play on words to be like it's Aussie, like Australian inspired, but also ozone, or have they just spelled ozone with 2 Z's? I don't know. I can't tell. I'm not sure if they're joking or not.
It was honestly, as you said that, I thought you were going to say it was ozone spelled O space zone. Yeah. I was just like, Graham, that was for a different thing. Did they have bowls for your car keys?
So yeah, don't know. But also, just I'm not well travelled, so I don't know how common this kind of thing is. And this was the problem: is that I was trying to look around with a critical eye, and there was so much stuff where I was uncertain how much was tourist illusion and how much was authentic Bulgarian. Like when I was in Old Neseba, a lot of stuff had been rebuilt because the place is falling apart, and the architecture was really nice. It's a very pretty town, but I don't know how much of it has been built up with rebuilt as a tourist trap, and how much of it is just like, no, that's just how the old town would have looked, And that was one of my things where I'm just like, man, I don't know if what I'm seeing is real or not, So it's, yeah. But, however, I had a delightful time. The locals were very nice.
Bloke selling sand on the beach for £30 a bag.
Well, you go down to the local beach. All the sand with a view of the sea, so where it's not covered behind like a wave break or whatever, is covered with 2 deck chairs and a parasol. So 2 deck chairs and a parasol across the whole thing. But you have to rent those. And so you're not obligated to rent a parasol and a deck chair, but if you don't want to rent one, then there's nowhere to sit on the beach. And you can't wait for the tide to go out because it's the Black Sea and the tide is about 2 inches, which was another strange thing. I was like, what do you mean the tide doesn't go out by half a mile? You know, so yeah, that was strange. And you look at the pricing for and it's like deck chair 8 lev, parasol 8 lev. But the thing is, the deck chairs are in pairs with a parasol. So you look at that and you go, 8 lev, that's about, you know, £3.50. Like, oh, that's not so bad. But you've got to get 2 of them and the parasol because they all come together. So it's not 8 lev for a deck chair. It's 16 lev for the pair of deck chairs plus another 8 for the parasol that is there that you're obligated to use. Unless you want to play games where you put up the parasol and the bloke is going to be like, you haven't paid for that. And he comes and puts down your parasol again. Like, are you doing that? No, you're going to rent 2 deck chairs and a parasol. So it's not 8 lev plus 8. It's not 8 lev at all, you know. So this is the kind of games that you're walking into. And this is why I was constantly paranoid and being like, what is the tourism trap and what is actually just being on holiday in Bulgaria, you know? So, yeah.
When you find out there never was an old town and it's all just fake.
I don't know. That's the thing.
It's all actually just fiberglass broken buildings from film sets.
Yeah, I mean, there were a couple of old churches there, you know, so you could see there was stuff that was actually.
Did you touch them? Were they stone?
Yes, although also there was like a hole in the ground that had a sign next to it saying that this used to be a water reservoir.
Oh, I thought you were going to say this used to be the mayor's house.
No, it was just a hole in the ground. There's a sign being like, you know, ancient reservoir, blah blah blah, and you're like, it's a hole in the ground with a lot of weeds in it. You know, it's not like they've had done upkeep on this or like reconstructed it with the way it would have looked or anything like that. This ain't the Roman baths in Bath, you know. So yeah, it was just very hard to tell what was real and what wasn't because I'm just not experienced enough to know. It's never happened to me, but when I do the last bit where I let the display drop, I live in this bit down the bottom. I live in fear of that holding on and me just breaking the bottom of the display off. Never happened, but I live in fear of it. There we go. So yes.
There you go, mate. No, he'll put your parasol up.
Yes. But yes. A lot of the stuff were international. So, you know, like most of the staff were locals and Bulgarians, but also like there were a lot of Ukrainians there. It was kind of nice because the staff at the resort, which was probably more for the convenience of the hotel management, but they had name tags which would have flags on for what languages they spoke, which was kind of interesting because a lot of them you would see would have a Union Jack for speaks English and then Ukrainian flag. Lots of Ukrainian staff there, so obviously probably displaced people who had then found work at the local hotels and stuff. But yeah, so a lot of Ukrainians there. But yeah, there was a mix with a large amount of them being Bulgarian. But also a lot of them just didn't speak English. A large number of the hotel staff just basically didn't speak English, but they knew the menu. So if you walked up and said tequila sunrise, they knew that because that's what's written on the menu, and the menu's in English, you know. So yeah. However, like if you were to say tequila sunrise, but please don't fill it 3/4 of the way with tequila, they wouldn't be able to. You'd be like tequila, but small. Don't fill it up, you know. Please give an actual double, not like 80% tequila. So
double.
Yeah. Nesebar is over 3,000 years old. Yeah, so old Nesebar, yeah, probably fun. But I've no doubt a lot of it was real. Just like I say, when you're surrounded by shops selling tourist tat, it's hard to know.
It's fine. You're covered. There's a pizza bar and a McDonald's. I misread that as ahoy twice. It was like, this town is called Ahoy.
Ahoy!
Very well.
Yeah. Tat, you say? Merch. Shh. Shh.
Si's good at that.
But yes. Anyway, but yeah, holiday good. Holiday good.
Yes.
I also just got to experience an airport and going on a plane and stuff because, yeah, I went on a plane when I was like 8 or something. I basically don't remember any of it, but also like now I have a passport. I want to start going on like weekends away and stuff like that. And now having just gone through an airport and stuff, now I know the procedure. I feel a lot more confident in like when one of my friends is just like, hey, we're going away for a couple of days. The flight is 50 quid lol kind of thing, and the hotel is 20 quid lol. I can be like, yeah, I'm up for that, and I feel confident enough in being able to go and do that, and maybe even doing that solo, and actually knowing how to navigate the hotel because the airport. So
how do I navigate a hotel?
Because the problem is like because I'd never done any of this, I'm just like people always use the terms like check-in and gate numbers and things like that, and these are all terms that I've heard of, but I don't know what any of it means. And if you said you need to catch a plane, like I didn't know how to catch a plane, whereas now I'm like, oh, okay, you go to check-in, like I know how to check my luggage now, and also checking luggage is awful, and if I go on a weekend away I will absolutely try to avoid it. Not so much checking it in, but getting it from the hecking collection point, because when they've got the conveyor belt and there's a line that everyone is supposed to stand behind so everyone can see them as they come around. No one stands behind the line, so you're standing there and there's this big huge bloke who's 3 times your size bending over the track, and you're like, is that mine? I can't see because no one is standing behind the line. It's horrendous.
I wouldn't know.
What, because you always fly first class, and you have a man bring it to you or something like that? Or do you just not check luggage either?
No, because you're always the first off the plane.
Yeah.
And then they always bring out first bags first.
I suppose, but yeah. I don't know.
So yes, I wouldn't know.
Yeah. The waiting in the terminal. Yeah, waiting wasn't too bad, but yeah.
Yeah, that's what lounges are for.
Yeah, I was going to say on the way out
we actually unlimited alcohol.
Yeah, on the way out we had a lounge which was really tasty because our flight out was 7 in the morning. So having a lounge to hang out at first thing in the morning where they were serving breakfast and stuff was extremely nice. And also just the nice thing as well is at Gatwick they don't announce the gate until they're ready to start boarding, whereas when we were coming back from Burgas, the gate was announced. The gate was announced early, and the previous flight was delayed, and was still all the people for that flight were still at the gate. So you had people sort of clustering around the gate, going, "That's not our flight," and everyone being confused. And immediately I was like, this is why Gatwick don't tell you what gate number it is until they're ready to start boarding the plane, because it means you're forced to just stay spread out, and then everyone converges when they're actually ready to start loading up the plane. So, nah. Anyway. Can you teach me as well? I've also never been on a plane. I'm 61. Yeah. I know how to get on a plane now. Yeah. So yes, I talk like a robot apparently. I don't know. I was getting into that mode where I start talking in one monotonous voice, moving from topic to topic.
He spoke in one incredibly long sentence.
Yes. Right, I'm going to put this SSD in here.
Yes. As Bald says, grab me, oh no, Si and any other friends you have, and visit a place in Europe, a seaside experience in a small village. Yes.
Yes, perhaps.
That was the comment I said about, oh, you know what we should do? We should just go to Marrakesh.
Yeah, well, I'm still not...
For the princely sum of £13.
Yeah, that's just it. I'm like, I would say I'm not sure how serious you are, but I think the answer is dead serious. But also at this point now, I'm just like, I got a passport, sure, why not? Let's do that, and let's hecking host Two Guys Talk Tech from Marrakesh. Have they got internet there? I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But yes. Maybe the week after we can do a ferry.
Flipping hell. Right, I need to undo this speaker slightly.
I was catching a connecting flight there once. They changed the gate 3 times, and then I had to board from outdoors, not through a normal gate. Oh, no.
Yeah.
3 Guys Talk dial-up.
Yeah. Well, we have to do it VTuber style because we're at low bitrate, so it's audio only, and it's just a photo of the two of us, and every time one of us talks, our heads just go... Be like Canadians on South Park.
Yes.
You're not my buddy, guy.
You're not my guy, buddy. Wait.
You're not my guy friend.
You're not my Palpatine.
Beware your pal friend fatine.
Yes.
Okay, right. SSD fitted. Can I be bothered to... yeah, I'll just quickly blow the dust out.
We looked at an away day for some business planning. It was cheaper to fly to southern Spain for a day than it was to catch a train to London in October.
Yeah, real. Yeah, that's it. You know, like,
yeah.
I wanted to start going to conventions and events again this year, but sciatica kind of put the brakes on that. But I'm going to be doing it next year now instead. And like... most of the conventions in the UK, I've sort of looked at those, and it's the same price or cheaper to go to foreign conventions. So I'm like, this is why conventioning is dead in the UK. It just costs too much to get anywhere. You know, like I'm going to Manchester next weekend to stay with a friend, and I'm just like, I want to go up on the train because I can't be asked to drive. But also I'm just like, the train's probably going to cost me 120, 140 quid.
Yeah, but if you'd booked it last week, it'd have been like 50.
Yeah. That's just that's just an unfortunate thing that for me, because I had this holiday coming up, it was a matter of everything is parked until I get past this holiday. Then I'll talk about going up to, because my friend was saying for ages you should come up because we're going to Manchester first, just in case anyone happens to be there, so I knew it was coming up, but I was just like, and he was like, "Are you coming up or what?" And I'm just like, "I'll let you know when I'm back from holiday." So yeah, Manchester isn't that long of a drive. It's 4 hours, so it's
4 hours. It's not fine.
Yeah, it's not devastating, but also it's no joke. 4 hours is long enough that I'm just like, oh, ready for this to be over.
When? Do you say next weekend?
Yeah, because it's the second Saturday of September, so yeah. Ooh, 52. Oh, so it would be the Friday that I'm going up. Waiting for it to load. Save money with split save.
Oh yeah, split save makes sense.
Okay. Anyway. I'm going to let you fiddle with that. I'm going to quickly just take this out the back and
yeah,
blow the dust
£70.
Is that return or out?
One way.
Yeah.
And then the return is £75.
Yeah. Yeah, but like, you know, petrol's
my God! Yes, I would like to
5 changes, oh my God.
I would like to leave from Poole to get to Manchester Piccadilly. I'd like it to take 11 hours and 2 minutes with 5 changes.
Yeah, also all of those are like 11 hours. What the fuck? See, yeah, that's the problem. I don't mind the train taking a bit longer than driving, even if it's like takes an hour longer or something. But like, what the hell is that? An 11-hour travel time?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like, no. Like, I expect it to be a bit longer than driving, but that's kind of obscene. Yes, 6 hours 30.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate it. I'm just going to end up driving, but then I've got to find somewhere to put my car once I get to Manchester.
There's a couple of cheap places I'll show you because I go to Manchester a couple of times.
Okay. Yeah. I'm going to quickly blow the dust out of this so I can keep working on it.
Yeah.
Oh, could you mute me, please?
Maybe. Ah, yes, that's how I OBS. Click on the OBS. Right. Browser with chat. There we go. Ah, there are no sources. There we go. Right, there we go. That's what we're looking at. So yes.
I return.
Unmuted.
Ugh.
So yeah, the answer probably actually is going to be doing a combo wombo job of coaching. Maybe.
All right.
Just because coaches are sometimes quite a bit cheaper.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to that.
So
yeah.
some sort of combo wombo job.
Yeah. Also, looking at those train times, a coach is probably not that much slower either.
Yeah.
In fact, yeah.
That works. From Euston to Piccadilly. There you go. So that's doable, but that's 50 quid. Yeeh.
Take
Yeah,
the
so you're
National
talking-
Express for a weekend or that. It's the
Huh?
National Express song.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah. But I think that's possibly your answer. Is maybe going to be getting a train or coach to London, then getting a train or coach from London. As two separate activities.
Yeah.
And then your travel time will be about 4.5 hours.
Yeah. I will have a look at this over the weekend, I think, when I can sit and actually ponder.
But yes.
Instead of spending the podcast looking at train times. Huh.
But yes, those are basically your options.
Gross. But yes. At any rate, yeah. It kind of sucks that this is why people in the UK don't go anywhere, because it costs ridiculous amounts of money to get anywhere. It sucks. And also, yeah, granted, I am travelling from a slightly awkward location. Like, even to just get to a train station, I have to go to a town that's 5 miles over, and yeah, I can't walk there either because it's down a narrow country lane.
Yeah.
So yeah. What happened to trains on Megabus? Yeah. Well, also the problem is that I'm booking late. I'm booking last minute as well. And as Caradog said, if I'd done this a week ago, it probably would have been very different.
Yeah.
But yes.
£102.50. This is from London. And then just because it simplified the number of changes. But yeah. You are doing it with a minimum of one change, is the answer.
Yeah. Although that much being said, getting to London, I could drive up to my sister's house and leave my car there, and then get on a train to London very easily. And the train to London from my sister's house is going to be 50 quid or something like that return. So yeah. So that starts bringing in ideas and such.
Yeah. But yes.
Yeah, it's a bummer my dad doesn't live in London anymore, otherwise I could just drive to his place and go from there. But yeah. Anyway, I will sort this out over the weekend. Anyway, but yes, I will be doing more travelling in the coming year.
I'm about to do the thing.
Okay, then we actually have to talk about some tech because I don't know what this show is right now.
How much is it?
Hitchhike, Graham. Put your shorts on. You'll get picked up in no time. Wow, I've seen you on YouTube. Uh-oh.
What?
I've got to remove all of the peel from this so I can stick it down again. What are you looking at?
Flights.
To where? Marrakesh?
No, from Southampton to Manchester.
Oh no.
But it was just the fact that the travel time was 26 hours and 30 minutes. Because of a stopover in Belfast.
So how about that Silk Song, hey? You excited for Silk Song?
No.
Alright, good conversation.
What is this? What is the Silk Song?
It's the hit new sequel to the hit indie game Hollow Knight.
Oh, okay.
And it's important because Silk Song has been in development for like 7 years and it has been the punching bag of every Silk Song is never getting released joke.
I do enjoy the fact that, at least from what I've heard from people, it went from it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. Oh my god, it's arrived.
Well, there was no estimate. It was always just coming soon. So yeah. However, it turned out that actually they were just developing at a very leisurely pace because Hollow Knight was like one of the biggest indie games of the modern era. They had just more money than God, so they just kind of just sat in chairs, just taking their time, making a really, really good sequel. That was it. It wasn't in development hell. It wasn't getting scrapped and restarted 4 times. You know, it wasn't getting kicked about between publishers. There wasn't infighting. They just took their time to make a game, and they've released it for $20 because they know they're going to sell another billion copies, so they don't need to charge a high price for it. Yeah. And it's just like, wow, I hope people really enjoy Silksong. And if anyone spoils it in chat, I will personally come to your house and dig your heart out with a spoon. That's not an actionable threat. Anyway. So yeah.
So have you bought it yet?
Not yet. I'm going to play it in the near future, but I'm too cool to play games on release. So I'm gonna wait for the hype to die down. Also, I've got a playthrough of Hollow Knight that's about like 50%, and I need to pick that back up and finish Hollow Knight again. Because also, I've never actually done the true ending to Hollow Knight. I've only had the false ending. So I need to actually do the true ending to Hollow Knight. And then I shall play Silksong.
Very good.
So yeah. But yeah, it was quite impressive because the release of Silksong did actually manage to crash Steam, the PlayStation Store, and the Nintendo Store. Which is like all of them went down on release, which is pretty damn impressive, you know.
I guess also partially just because none of them expected anyone to be going to the store that day in significantly increased numbers.
Maybe.
Because the announcement was, there's no news, there's no news, there's no news. Oh, it's available for sale.
Well, they had like a 2-week notice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but also
because
like
I don't follow it. All I saw was, there's no news, there's no news, there's no news. It's live.
Yeah. You do like the animated style games, I notice. Yeah, I really like hand-drawn art style games. Yeah, hyperrealism and photorealism is boring. it's boring because everything has to be gritty and realistic, whereas hand-drawn art is beautiful and allows you to just do more with the medium. It can be stylized, and stylized hand-drawn art dovetails with game mechanics extremely well because it doesn't have to be realistic. Whereas, whenever you do things that are sort of, super realistic graphics and things, there's always going to be a lot of things that you just have to flub, like especially with like gun reload animations and stuff like that, where it's just like they will never be realistic because games aren't realistic and stuff like that, So, yeah.
They didn't put 50p in the servers.
Yes. But yeah, hand-drawn is such a beautiful art form. Yes, indeed.
I don't know how far putting 50p in the meter would even get you.
Probably not very far.
Would it even pay your top-up fee?
I don't know.
I'm past those things now. I'm elevated. I'm allowed direct debit, he says.
Yeah.
I am a real boy.
I'm an adult, I swear.
I've been in an aeroplane. I have direct debits.
Yeah. Right.
I'm scared of buses, as every good person should be.
Why would you be scared of buses?
I've no idea. It was just supposed to be a running statement of ridiculousness.
I see. Very well.
Who are the devs for Hollow Knight? Good question.
Team Cherry.
Teen Cherry?
Team Cherry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I assumed that it was stuck in scope. I assumed that they were stuck in scope creep hell. What are you laughing at?
Sigh. Well, if a bus walks into your room at night, you should be scared. If a bus walks, you should be scared. You should ask questions as to what was in your cola.
So the problem is with whenever you get a hit indie game, the sequel is always going to be very difficult because they've got to there's always a lot of pressure for how they're going to follow up the first game, and just a lot of indie games just get stuck in the quagmire of scope creep of trying to go bigger than they did before, but then even though they've got money because their first game was a success, they don't necessarily have the means and resources to actually execute on a bigger project. And there are exceptions to this, but they often involve having the support of bigger studios and stuff like that. Like, for example, Ori and the Blind Forest was a hit indie game, and that was made...
was it actually indie? I didn't realise.
Sort of. It was indie with a lot of help from Microsoft's game studios that gave them more resources, and then I believe that is why they were capable of executing on Will of the Wisps so well, is that because they had the backing of what was at the time a very friendly, bigger publisher who was able to help them execute on a bigger version of Ori, which means that Will of the Wisps is genuinely an incredible evolution of the first game. It is both more of the same and just a bigger scope. There are more mechanics, a bigger map, a more open map, side quests, more characters, and so on, and a story that sees through the ultimate resolution of the characters, whereas with other games, there was a really good example that was, I watched a Second Wind video about this, and I can't remember which game it was, but a popular indie game, the sequel to it got cancelled, because while they were working on it, again, there was just a lot of scope creep of them trying to do something bigger and better, which led to infighting within the development team over what direction to go in and where they should go with it and how much to do, which then led to members of the dev team quitting, which then left the remaining members unable to continue, and the game just ending up being cancelled. So, and I thought that this is what had happened to Silksong. I thought that they had just gotten stuck in just just scope creep hell, where they just couldn't, where they just apparently didn't have anyone around them to just say, just do more Hollow Knight. You know, we know it's going to feature Hornet and not the Vessel, but just make another Hollow Knight except with Hornet. You know, that's all you got to do. And it seemed like because it had taken them 7 years, they'd just been unable to execute on that. However, it turns out they were just taking their time.
Yeah.
And that's really good. I think the only thing that is a shame is the fact that it's very easy to now look at that and be like, look at that, that's how it's done. It's like, well, yeah, that's kind of easy when you've got more money from God because you've got one of the most popular indie games of the modern era. You know, no, that's not how most video games can be made, unfortunately. You know, we can all look at examples of Silksong and Baldur's Gate 3 and be like, this is how it's supposed to work, but a lot of them enjoy just a position in the market that most studios are not at liberty to have.
Yeah, I don't know much about the development cycle for Borderlands 3 to be...
Baldur's Gate 3.
Sorry, Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah.
My mistake. Other than, at least from what I saw of it, it was solidly a thing of they just went, we're just going to make a good game that our fans like.
Yeah.
And then it just kind of became very popular because they made a good game, kind of thing. If that makes sense, kind of.
Yeah, that was the thing though. But there was no studio interference. There was no crunch. They're independent.
Well,
you know.
But it's also the case of kind of that's how they'd built their studio.
Yes.
And that's how they'd released the 6 games previously.
Yeah, I suppose.
Or something.
Yeah.
They'd built themselves to that point.
Yeah, but I think the point is...
So it's just kind of, you know, that it shows how it can go.
Yeah.
But you need to try to do that over 20 years. Yes.
But I think it just came as a surprise because the rest of the games industry keeps telling us that crunch and massive blockbuster budgets are just a necessary part of making modern games.
Yeah.
Which we don't want to be true, but that's what we're being told by the people in the industry. So it's a pleasant surprise when people like Larian Studios release Baldur's Gate 3 and be like, yeah, no, you don't have to do that at all.
Yeah. I think it's also just the thing, though, that proves the point so completely to me, is the games that have achievements tied to checkpoints in the game, and seeing the number of people who have those achievements on Steam.
Yeah.
And it's like the number of people who have the achievement for completing the first level is like 50%.
Yeah.
The number of people who have the achievement for completing the 10th level is like 2%.
Yeah.
So it's like, so you could have cut out 98% of your game, kind of thing, and affected only 2% of people who purchased it. So it's kind of a case of, so to a little degree, I'm like, maybe make it a bit smaller.
Yeah, or make it smaller. Bring back the expansion pack.
Yeah.
I hesitate to call it DLC, but I guess DLC is not a forbidden. DLC is not a dirty word. Just predatory DLC is.
Yeah.
But yeah, narrow the scope of the game and make it cheaper and release reasonably priced DLC, because that means that people can play the base game and it be accessible and cheap. And for people who loved it and want more, there's DLC. So yeah. Nice. This is booted up. This now works. So I'll now tear off my strips, and then I am not going to start doing macOS on this right now. I'm going to move on to a different topic than this iMac. But yes.
Fucking
Gearbox shall not be spoken about. Yeah, there was folks were talking in the Adamant IT Discord about the preview for Borderlands 4, and they were saying like there was a dude who'd played it on early access, and he had a pretty respectable computer. Like he had an 11th gen i7 and a 4080 and 32 gigs of RAM, and apparently with frame gen, he needed frame gen to hit 60 FPS, and I'm like, what the hell has happened there? You know, I mean, obviously the game isn't finished, but like, I don't know, man. That doesn't feel like a good sign to me.
But also, if it's CPU limited, it will get up to 60 FPS without frame gen just by going from 11th gen to anything good.
Yeah, but 11th gen i7, that's not awful. Like, I know it's not exactly...
Yeah, you'll double performance by getting a 3600.
No, really?
I'm being unfair, but don't forget, 11th gen was...
a potato, yeah.
It was the generation that was called a waste of sand.
Yes.
It is the same performance as 10th gen.
Yeah, and now when you start saying 10th gen...
Which is 5 gen old.
Yeah.
So it's kind of the case of... It's kind of the thing of, yeah, if you have a 7600, you probably have double the gaming performance. If you have a 7800 X3D, you probably have 3 times the gaming performance.
Yeah.
Ha!
We're going to have to do something about this, because I keep leaning into the standing desk controls. Just, yeah. I don't know what. Like, maybe I'll put it on the end of the desk instead of the front, so we can just lean around and push it instead of there. But for a working desk like this, we just keep bumping into it. Move the module back. Yeah, or just move it back just so it's just underhang slightly. That would also work. Yeah. We'll see what the... I've got an offer from another standing desk manufacturer who want me to review one of their desks. So there's going to be another desk review, which, like, I'm not a desk channel, but if people want to keep giving me free standing desks, then yeah, I'll make another video for that. But yes, they also said, we noticed that you've done a couple of videos for FlexiSpot. Would you mind comparing ours to theirs? I'm like, okay. So they seem pretty confident. But yes.
Yeah.
Anyhow. But yeah, I don't know. So yeah, the point is, yeah, by the sounds of things, with regards to Gearbox, by the sounds of things, Borderlands 4 PC version is not going well in terms of performance.
Ha!
Yes?
Well, it's the fact that I clicked into the timeline and it just loaded an advert instead of the video.
Fair enough.
So 10700 to 7600 in Hitman is like 80% scaling.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, wow, you're not wrong about the 3600. Well, the 3600 is roughly equivalent to a 10700K. So, you know, you're not going to get more performance, but it oh my god, please sign in. Also, is the audio for this going out? Are we muted on
I'll
OBS?
mute that again, but also we're on the face cam, so
no, the audio isn't going out. Good.
Yeah.
So yes. Point is, yeah, the 3600 is So that sounds a lot less impressive than an i7.
Yeah, it's and then in like Horizon Zero Dawn, going to a 7600 is a 33% performance increase.
Yeah.
So it's a case of
Okay, yeah. So
massive.
that dude might actually just be.
He might just be CPU limited.
Yeah. So that would explain why the performance was so wonky, because I saw the report of that. I'm like, really?
But also, we also know what the performance of Borderlands 2 is.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Because there are so many particles.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
The performance will be 120 FPS, then there'll be all the particles in the world, and it will be 17.
Me unplugging things. Yeah.
So it's kind of a case of, I don't know, I'll need more info, because it's entirely possible for there to be so many particles.
Yeah.
That's just not a fight you win.
Yeah, which seems wild, because like I said in the Discord, because they're running toon shading on that, performance just shouldn't be an issue, because it's not like you've got it's not a heavy duty shader, and they don't need particularly detailed textures. So it's kind of just wild to me that they have any kind of performance issues at all.
Yeah, but when you've got 10 billion items...
Yeah. And I suppose that probably does mean it's going to be a bit more CPU intensive.
I'd imagine.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Right. Okay.
But it's also the case of, yeah, it's just a case of I would imagine that they haven't taken that dedication to making that ridiculous vomiting of particles performant. Because that's only one possible option of 77,000 class build options.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a case of that's the issue.
Yeah, that's fair. Right. Okay, that's done. So that needs software stuff doing to it, which I shall do during the week. Right. I think the desk will raise your expectations. Okay, had any luck sorting out the camera stutter? Not yet. I'm kind of poking at it here and there. Also, though, I've run into another issue with the... I might reinstall Windows on the YouTube rig again because OBS is just broken. When I hit stop recording, OBS just locks up, which is very aggravating. And I've not been able to fix that.
Did you put a new SSD in there?
No, but I've no reason to believe there's an issue with the SSD because everything else is fine.
No, it's just I couldn't recall what was new.
It did have a clean install of... Oh no, it did have a new SSD. Yeah, I did put a new SSD in there. Yeah, because I kept the old SSD from the old machine just for the convenience of doing data transfer and stuff. So yeah. But yes, very, very annoying fault. So I think I'm going to have to reinstall Windows, which is a ball ache because I've kind of just gotten that computer up to the point where all the drivers for my various repair utilities and stuff are installed and things like that.
Have you tried OBS just without a profile?
Yes, I think I tried clearing the app data settings.
Yeah, so just no.
Yeah, it feels like when you hit stop recording in OBS, it feels like OBS is saying to the encoder stop, and then the encoder just doesn't get back to it or something like that. I don't know. It feels weird, but I don't know. So yeah, I might try. I guess what I could do actually is just swap the SSD into a different computer and see if the problem persists, because that will tell me whether it's an interaction with the hardware or just a pure software issue.
Yeah.
If I move it in, for example, if I put it in this computer and try and record and it crashes, then that tells me that it is a software issue. So yeah. But yes, it's very vexing. It's not the end of the world because I can still record a video. It's just when I hit stop, I have to because it crashes, the file is not finalized properly. But I record. This is why I record in Flash, because it means that when OBS crashes, I don't lose the video. So it's annoying at any rate. So yeah. Wasn't there reports the last Windows update bought? No, it's not that. That's a different thing. I can't remember the details, but it's not that, because also that otherwise I'd be having if that problem was widespread, everyone would be on fire, because all of Twitch and YouTube live streaming, this computer doesn't have this problem and it's running OBS. So yeah. So yes, 99% certain that's not it. But yeah. Slightly damaged SSD isn't a real thing either. So no. So yes. Do you try different containers on OBS? Yeah, that's what I've been focusing on. I've been tinkering with different encoders and different containers. That hasn't made a difference. So yeah, I don't know. I need to try doing some broad stroke stuff, just move it to a different computer and stuff, just to find out. Before I start changing fine details, I need to do just very broad fact checking. Is this a hardware fault? Is this a software fault?
The usual comment this year, is it the NVIDIA drivers?
Well, yeah, or it might just be that the encoder's balked on the 3060 that's in that machine. it might be a hardware fault that the hardware encoder crashes. I haven't checked that yet. I haven't actually tried switching to x264 on CPU to see if that solves the problem. So yeah. So yeah, there are very broad stroke things that I need to look at still. So I appreciate everyone going, have you tried this? Have you tried that? I'm not going to listen to any of that stuff because I haven't done basic checks. This is just a problem that I have started experiencing, and I need to start looking into it. But I need to do very broad stroke fault finding first before we start getting into the weeds, and I just haven't done that yet. But yeah, that's just another thing that's just vexing me at the moment, at a time when videos are very awkward. So yeah, have you tried a cider? I'm going to get a coffee first just to get a boost of energy. But yes.
Have you reset and hit the NE key?
Oh, God. I think I did that on holiday, kind of. So yeah.
You hit the NE key?
Yeah. And I reset a little bit.
Good.
Yeah.
Did you read your book?
I did.
Excellent.
I said I was going to write my book, but I just ended up reviewing it again. So yeah. But that's the problem.
It's going to be the most reviewed book.
It's going to be the book.
The most book ever.
I think also, though, like, I keep going, I'm going to reread it just to make sure that I still like where this is going and stuff like that. And I found a couple of marks with it, but also, like, I think there's like 68,000 words now. So the problem is when I'm just like, I'm going to quickly review this, I'm committing to reading a 70,000 word book. So unsurprisingly, no, you can't quickly skim through that before you start writing again. So yeah. Anyway,
the book of book, second to the Bible.
The book of Graham, the book of Ham.
The book of Graham.
Yeah.
This message was relayed to me.
Yeah. This is the same PC that gives you the glitchy bench cam. Yesn't. However, the bench cam also skips when it's on this recording PC as well. So that is like, that's a firmware or driver issue or something like that.
Yeah, because it happens on 3 machines, doesn't it?
Yeah. AI condensed. I hope you're joking. If not, off. But yeah. Actually offended by that concept. Anyway. So yes. Right, I'm going to put the coffee machine on, and then I've got to build a PC for a customer.
Okay.
So we need to spec up that PC. The budget is 1,200? Yeah, budget is 1,200.
Okay.
I need to order parts. Let's spec up a PC. Because everyone loves speccing PCs. That was a joke, yes, good. I can never tell because the number of times I'm in a conversation, somebody's like, I asked ChatGPT, and they say, I don't care. And if it's ever a conversation about writing all the arts, and someone's just like, have you tried AI? I'm like, AI is actually offensive to anyone who is an artist, and I consider myself an artist. I am a creator of many mediums. AI offends me, unironically, so no.
It unironically offends you.
Oh yeah, unironically it offends me, yes.
How would it ironically offend you?
I don't know. I need coffee. I'm putting on the machine. Arr.
I see, very well. Oh, good. Good news.
Good news? What's good news?
The ASRock B650M-HDV/M.2 is still 97.98.
Ah.
So it's entirely fine.
Yeah, that'll be good. I kind of want to spec up I kind of want to spec up 2 PCs as well. I want to spec up a cheap as possible AM5 PC because I bought another 3060 12 gig because I want to build, like, I think I was aiming for 700 and doing a 7500F on a £700 budget is a bit just about, and I just want to see what we can actually do with that as well.
Really?
Yeah. Sorry, I'll rephrase that. For 700 with a 3060 12 gig, it's entirely doable. However, when I initially tried to do it at 600, that was a hard no. But yeah, I'd love to see what the cheapest possible AM5 PC now is with one of the Selectoramas of like, look at all these AliExpress CPUs. So yeah. Cool. Where is my mug? Oh, it's on the draining board. Do you want a coffee as well, or you?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I was going to say, is my coffee?
Or I'll hop straight into a cider. It depends on what you're about to do.
Well, I'm going to make a coffee for myself.
Very well.
Okay.
I will look in the cider box in a second. Oh my God, English.
Have you considered talking? Right, let's get this thing out of
Horse
here.
battery staple. I can speak English.
That's not. That's fine. It's not going to fall out. We will be back momentarily after these messages. Today's show is brought to you by tap water. Good old municipal tap water.
I've no idea what's going on in there, but okay. He's having a time. It's okay.
I didn't top up the coffee machine before I started it going, so it's made half a cup of coffee, and now I need to top up the water.
Oh dear. Oh. Hold on.
Yeah, so I said you have twice a minute. Yeah, you sell a lot of PCs though. I just don't sell that many of them.
I'm literally just going cheapest first on every category of product and then seeing what we end up with.
Are you on desktop capture?
No, I am on
Oh, yes.
browser capture.
Sorry, yeah, browser capture. Yeah, you know what I mean. I'm basically trying to make sure that people can actually see what we're doing and
oh yes,
they're
I'm
not
literally just going to each category and then going cheapest first.
Yes.
And then saying what price does that give us?
I'm always paranoid that we're doing a show which is just them watching you looking at a computer screen kind of thing, and we're being like, I assure you what he's doing is very interesting. Can I say
there
it?
we
No.
go. So yes. I'm also now going to cider. What is the cider? Oh, that's the crumble and chase stuff.
And it opened up my eyes, I saw the sign.
Sure. Cranbourne Chase cider, the White Wigs, sweet star.
The Cranbourne Chase is good. I might have one of those as well. I just need I'm just going to have a coffee just so I don't fall apart. What's our stream timer on?
An hour and 20?
Oh, that's not bad, yeah.
An hour and 30?
Yeah, considering we've been standing here waffling, that's not awful.
Yeah. So there you go.
Okay.
Have a peruse.
Have a peruse. Oh, yeah, okay. Right, so 7500F. Cheap cooler, yep. B650M, yeah. 32 gigs of RAM, yeah. A terabyte SD for 50 quid, yeah, doesn't matter what it is. 3060 12 gig for 250, so okay, so minus 200 from the price. But then on the other hand, yeah, the CPU was a bit more than 100, so yeah. Actually, how much did we pay for those 7500Fs again? I can't remember.
Si and I paid less than 100.
Yeah, because they were cheap.
I don't know how much you paid.
No, I was going when they were cheap, yeah. I just can't remember how cheap they were. I'll look it up in a minute.
Hey, check the link in my bio.
Instantly gets muted, yeah. Right, cheap case. Sure. 50 watt power supply. Okay.
That's literally just the cheapest in each category.
Yeah.
Other than the RAM.
Yeah, and that gets you to 660.
Yeah. With a massively overpriced graphics card.
Yeah, so we can take 50 quid off that straight away because you can get a a 3060 12 gig you can get for sub £200. I want to say like 185, 190 is perfectly doable. Probably less if you find a good one, but like I expect 180, 190 for a 3060 12 gig.
Yeah, 160.
Okay, so we can do better than that then, yeah. Oh no, that one's a dodgy one. Yeah, Frankenstein drivers. It's an X mining card that's been bodged.
Yeah.
It probably doesn't actually have any display outputs on it. So yeah, because I remember spotting that one when I was shopping the other day.
It's like 160.
Yeah,
190.
Yeah, so 180, 190, that kind of money.
Yeah.
So yeah. What was the Bulgarian? I didn't try any Bulgarian food. We had a conversation about this. That was the problem. There wasn't anything which was advertised to me as Bulgarian food. Right. So yeah. So about so we've got about 610. Oh, did you put? Oh, can you put in
just
custom price?
Yeah, I just changed it to 190.
Neat. Ah, cool. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So 600. Yeah. So 700 sale price, that works out quite well, and that also gives you a little bit of flexibility for the case because it means you can spend 50 quid on the case and still have about £75 profit.
Yeah.
So
if you get the
hello Paige.
Yeah, I'd imagine. Obviously, if you're doing more volume than one ever. If you run some of this through Spire, like certainly the RAM, you can save a tenner there and things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, I'm fairly sure Spire will probably have some ASRock motherboards that will probably be like £60 or £70 as well, and that again just shaves a bit off here and there.
Yeah, maybe.
So yeah. And also, I'm fairly certain we've got some profit built in on those CPUs because, I think I paid I think I was paying like, hang on a sec. Let me grab a mouse and keyboard, and then I can look stuff up because I've got an extra monitor plugged in. By the power of having a monitor here plugged into that computer over there, I can look stuff up here and use this as a reference and not have to worry about doxing myself. Right, account, my orders. What did I pay for CPUs? A bit of a mixed bag, yeah. I've got one there at 106.50. I've got one at 93.79. There's another one at 120. What happened there? Oh, that must be that was August. Yeah, that was August. That's an old one. Yeah, I must have had a couple of these in. I must have one of these in stock already. I thought I ordered more than that, but yeah. And also, I bought a 7700, so that other 7700 is yours. Yeah. So yeah, you should probably take that away with you. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to.
Yeah. So yes. I think 100 is yeah. Fine. I thought you bought some. Well, we want to buy 7700s, but the price on them skyrocketed. However, just before I went on holiday, there was some sudden sales on them, which looks like an algorithmic error because they all suddenly dropped to bargain price. And there was a bit of a flurry in the Discord as a bunch of us bought up a load of them. And then after a bunch of us had put in a couple of orders each, suddenly the price doubled again. So it looked like an algorithm tanked the price, and then someone was suddenly like, no, and then fixed it. But we all got in a couple of cheap 7700s first. However, the 7500F is now just the darling cheap CPU.
It should be £110 off of Ali.
And that's completely fine because all the current data shows that in the majority of games, the CPU doesn't really matter, and a 7500F, which is basically a 7600 without a GPU, is completely fine. Until you get to like a 5090 at 4K, it basically doesn't matter. So yeah, I think we got 10 plus. Yeah. This happened like, I think possibly like a day or two before I went on holiday, and I didn't know how much money I had, so I was just like, I'll buy a couple just so as not to miss out. But yeah,
as you can see here, like there are some that are available today for £103.
Yeah.
And then if you miss out on that one, for example, it's 114. So it's a case of you shouldn't be paying more than 115.
Yes. Yeah.
All of these ones are just bad prices. And at points with coupons and stuff, they go down to about £70.
Yes. Yeah.
So yeah.
Yes. Okay. So so cheapest. Yeah. So I want to
I've put in the most expensive of the three prices that were on there, just so there's no way that you're losing money on that CPU.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
So yeah.
Didn't realise that AliExpress CPUs would be legit okay. Yeah, like, no idea what your warranty's worth with them, but, like, generally, CPUs are pretty reliable, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm not super fussed about long-term warranties and stuff. And in terms of actual, like, reliability DOAs, I don't think I've had any DOAs from AliExpress CPUs yet.
No.
Yeah, Sai, have you had any? No warranty, yeah. So have you had any DOAs? I haven't, but yeah.
You'll have
Yeah, Sai also says no, have not had any yet.
You'll have the usual AliExpress being able to abuse it for like 90 days and get a refund.
Yeah, so if it dies within 3 months, but yeah,
that's a case of
3 months is sketchy because like some of those CPUs are going to sit on my shelf for a month before I install them in anything.
But it's also kind of a case of if it's not DOA, it's dying 3 years later. So
yeah,
that you're covered for it being dead on arrival.
Yeah, although I suppose I should probably test all of them. I probably should actually get an AM5 test rig set up so when I'm buying them, I can just stick them in the board and be like, good, this one works. It's not DOA, you know. So yeah. Either way, it certainly thus far it has been worth it's been worth the gamble as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, the prices are well worth the gamble. Okay, can you do AM5 for 500? No, I don't think you can get, because we're at 600-ish at the moment.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to get 100 quid out of that.
Swapping this to something with a GPU in adds £50.
Oh, I see.
Takes you to
and
170.
Yeah,
and then
if you ditch the
taking out the
graphics card,
dedicated graphics card, yes, the raw kind of platform cost to then add a GPU of your choice, is just under £500.
Yeah. However, with regards to a gaming PC, no.
Yeah.
But yes, you could build an AM5 Office PC for 500. That's definitely doable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So kind of that's where it'd be.
Yeah, very well. Okay, so I'm going to quickly smash that into. I'm going to try and let's see. So yeah, I want to buy this. Have I got any of those cheap Antecs still, or did I get rid of them all? I've got.
You should do.
I've got one left. Yes, yeah. I've got an Antec, so I can lob it in that. So yeah, I want to buy everything that's on that list.
Cool.
So we don't got the CPU. Let's see. So can we try and consolidate where we're buying from a little bit?
This you can Amazon because it will be functionally the same price.
Okay, right. So I'm going to go Amazon.co.uk,
and you're just going to find a Thermalright on there.
None
of those letters are the correct ones. Nor them. There we go.
It was the keyboard. The keyboard's still crap on wireless. The antenna mod we did didn't work.
Yep. £16.
Yeah, £16. Yeah. I will have. Have I got? I don't know. I don't know what I've got. I don't think I've got any of those in stock at the moment. I'll take 3. Add to basket. Right. Got the CPU. Got the cooler. So motherboard. I'm going to check Spire for that. So.
Sign in.
Oh yeah. Account login.
And then components and then motherboards.
Do you want to browse Spire from here, just so people can just see what's on options, and then once we find the one, I'll just quickly add it to basket from here. Normally, I'd be more picky about the motherboard, but in this case, we're trying to do cheap as possible. Although I think the only catch is this system isn't going to have Wi-Fi, but I think that's just a hit we're going to have to take.
But that's also not that much of a problem.
Because just
stick in one of them.
Yeah. It's just, it's really cozy having built-in Wi-Fi, but it just can't be done when you're trying to grind down the price
Have
this
you
much.
got any of the AX210s left?
Probably.
Because if you've got the AX210, you can put it in the onboard slot.
Yeah, but then I've got to battle with antennas and stuff.
Oh, have you not got one with the wires? I thought one of them had the wires. I didn't realise.
No, apparently not. Right, I've got an ancient Wi-Fi 5 card here. I've got an empty box. I don't know where the card for that has gone. And I've got one of these, which I don't know what it is.
For functionally the same price as the B650M S2H Micro, you can get the B650 HDV M.2 off of Spire, which is £87.
There, okay, yeah. Have we got anything
That's
cheaper
not
than
bad.
87 though?
No.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, just double checking, but yeah.
Socket AM5, remove B650.
Ooh.
Yeah, and then you're down to the
Yeah.
A620 at 60 quid.
Yeah. Oh, Si, did you solve your antenna problem then? Because I know you were battling with trying to sort out the antennas, and I wasn't sure if you'd actually solved it or not, because I know you went through a couple that weren't quite right. So, yeah. Okay, right. So... Oh, yeah, A620M, 60 quid. There we go.
Yeah, but it's just a case of...
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd want the A620M.
Oh, God. Yeah, point taken.
One for like £20,
Yeah.
which is already being budgeted for, you can get the B650M, which is actually recommended by people.
Yes. What's the IO on that look like? Oh, that's all right, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's, yeah, no brainer. It's got holes for, it's got holes for the Wi-Fi as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You can use the, if you've got the AX210, you
Yeah,
can stick it in there.
that's why Si wanted the extra cables, because it had
Yeah.
the holes for it and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, point taken. Right,
Yeah.
What is that again? That's a B650M HDV. B650M HDV. B650M HDV.
Yeah, and it will be
106 on Amazon, and yeah, it's 87 quid on Spire. So yeah, I'll add to basket there. Okay, right.
I need to buy a bunch of the
That's
210s.
What's next? Motherboard,
RAM.
so RAM, so 32 gigs.
This is just any
6030.
6030 stuff.
6000
Memory,
30.
desktop, speed, 6000. 38, 48, 36.
70 quid
30.
A data.
Oh, it's a single stick. Hold on.
I can pay another £2 to get RGB. Yeah, that's fine. 85 quid, very nice.
Yeah.
And how much?
The Lancer blade.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. And how much have we budgeted for that on there?
90.
Cool, so we've saved another £5 there.
Yeah.
which is nice. Keep scraping off a pound here, a pound there.
The
Right,
GPU you already
graphics
have.
card is on order. I'm just going to double check that I actually bought that just while I think of it. And let's see, what did I buy? I bought another 6750 XT.
There's a £1 off over £1 coupon, so the antennas are free. Oh, I love AliExpress.
Okay, yeah. 3060 12 gig for 185 quid.
Good.
Yes, I did buy it.
Yeah, and I
On the way.
budgeted 190.
Cool, yeah, so we've saved a little bit there as well, which is nice. Cool, so that's sorted. Then the
Just
case
needs,
we've got.
storage.
Yeah.
We skipped storage.
Oh, storage, yeah. Right, so let me just go 1 terabyte SSD, and on Spire, 1 terabyte SSD.
A-Data Legend for £42 in round figures. Team MP33 for £42. A-Data Legend 860 for £45.
Yeah, which of those do we like the most? Because that's good. Yeah, that's going to be the play, isn't it?
I don't know. I remember there being a difference between the MP33 and the MS30, and I don't remember what it was. Oh yeah, the MS30 is the SATA version. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I mean,
probably this.
The A-Data Legend 860 there for another, like, it's another £2, and that is PCIe Gen 4.
Gen 4, apparently.
So, yeah, like, that seems like a no-brainer, because
Okay.
even if it can only get to 50% of its advertised speed, it's still much faster than the others. So, yeah.
In theory.
Yeah, the Team ones are bad, apparently. What's bad about them? Are they unreliable or what, you know? But, yeah. Yeah, that A-Data Legend looks nice. I'm going to buy a couple of those, actually, because that's a good-looking price. Let's see. One of those. Yeah.
Oh, when stock arrives, the P3 Plus is $49.21.
Oh,
not
yeah,
awful.
that's not bad, yeah. They don't have it in stock at the moment, but I'll just get 2 of the A-Datas just on account that, yeah, Crucials can be had for not much more. And, yeah, I am a Crucial fanboy. Yeah, with the exception of the B ones, I've not had problems with them.
Yeah.
It might not, it's just old. Fair enough, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Fine.
Watch out for anything with the Phison controller. Oh, yeah, I wish we could get more information on this, because...
I mean, the information is literally no one has actually seen any evidence of it being a failure, and lots of websites are running with stories.
But then lots of people have said that... I mean, Stevie is just saying it happened to me.
Yeah, but then Microsoft apparently aren't doing anything about it at the moment.
Yeah, and Phison said they couldn't reproduce the problem, but yet there's loads of people saying, yes, this happened to me. I mean, Jay's 2 cents is pretty adamant that he can reproduce the problem. He did a video claiming to...
If he can,
Yeah.
he's able to reproduce an issue that Microsoft and Phison can't reproduce.
That's it. You know, I saw his video and I'm just like,
huh?
Yeah, you know, like, I'm not saying I don't believe you, Jay. I'm not saying I don't believe you, Stevie H.
Yeah.
But someone is wrong, and I don't. You know,
The fact that it is this confusing and this unclear bewilders me.
Yeah, like, if this is the thing, if people in the wild are saying they're having this issue, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's also, as like Wild Floor Lamp said, the update that is apparently causing the problem doesn't touch anything to do with the driver stack for SSDs, doesn't touch anything for the command queuing for SSDs or anything like that. So it's like how the mechanism would occur is completely beyond him. And I'm just like,
yeah,
that's why it's so confusing. I'm like,
how? I think Sai hits the nail on the head here, where Sai just said, I think he is producing an issue, not the issue. And I really think that might be it. You know, and like, you know, again, I hate to say that I think everyone is wrong, but like, I have a suspicion that everyone who is experiencing this is like, I'm sure everyone has had a situation where a drive has failed, and I think a lot of people are just like right now, since that update came out, anyone who experiences a drive failure is immediately going to say that update killed my SSD. Because that update came out and then my SSD died.
Yeah.
And they're going to be all the people claiming to have reproduced the problem at this point. So again, I'm not sure. I'm not saying I don't believe you, Stevie.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that it seems extremely strange. Because the problem is that if we assume that the community is correct and the community has reproduced the problem, we now have to assume that Microsoft and Phison are just lying. Because I don't believe that
no. They could be just incompetent.
Yeah, maybe.
Do not assign malice.
Yeah.
When incompetency is still an option. Yeah. Yeah. And it's just kind of, no idea. It's still solidly in the category of, ugh.
Yeah. And also for people who are saying, this is why I won't switch to Windows 11, the update came out for Windows 10 as well. It's not an 11 issue. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, problems with ADATA. I didn't think you were happy with the ADATA stuff. I mean, ADATA, they're cheap SSDs, and I've encountered a bad ADATA SSD, but also this is a fairly new and modern one.
You buy the ADATA drive as a cheap SSD, understanding that it's a cheap SSD, you're not going to be disappointed. If you buy the SU whatever it was, you're going to have a bad time. But that's a specific bad model. That's the same as writing off Gigabyte because they had 2 bad power supplies.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the same as writing off MSI because, well, actually, there's a laundry list of reasons there. But
yeah. Also, just to elaborate, that was super harsh of me just being like, oh, Windows 10 had this problem as well. The reason why I sounded extremely sarcastic and brutal when I said that is just part of this is an issue that I have a lot of the time that immensely frustrates me, is how poisoned the well of discussion is with regards to the modern state of Microsoft and Windows, where there is a lot of reasons to criticize Microsoft and Windows, but the number of times that people say, I don't like Windows 11 because XYZ, and I'm like, no, that's a skill issue. You're either A, just wrong, or B, that's a setting, just switch it off if you don't like it. So, yeah, it's a case of I will kind of rag on people when they say something that is just incorrect, because it's immensely frustrating to be discussing the state of Microsoft and Windows 11 and have people be like, I don't like Windows 11 because it spies on you. So does 10. So does 10.
So does OS X.
Avoiding Windows 11 does not make you private, So it's just like, there are reasons, like, if you want to, if privacy is a concern to you, then yes, you can criticize Microsoft for that. But you can't say, I refuse to update to Windows 11 because of privacy concerns, because 10 is no better. You have to criticize people where it's warranted, not for stuff that is just patently wrong. So, yeah. Anyway, moving on. So, yes. NeoWin just posted an update on X about the SSD issue. What did they say?
According to the X website, NeoWin has never tweeted. So I think their account just broke for my instance.
I see. Yeah.
It's on the actual NeoWin website anyway.
All right. Yeah. So what's the news? What did they say? Right.
I will come back to you when I've actually
I'm going
read
to carry on adding things to my basket. Let's see. We've got an SSD. I've got a case already. I need to find a power supply. Spy got any good power supplies? Let's see. Peripherals, components.
Okay, according to posts, so according to NeoWin, according to posts on a Chinese DIY Facebook group, the issue was that there were some engineering firmwares somewhere at some point.
what does this mean? That some people out in the wild had engineering firmware instead of release firmware? Or... Because, if there are some batches out there that have...
pre-release versions of engineering firmware that somehow may have been triggered by the Windows 11 update. That is the direct quote reading from the website. I don't know what that means.
God, I hate this.
Basically, no one knows, no one's got a clue, everyone's making stuff up.
And now I tell you, and now I'm going to see a link to that same article blasted all across multiple Discords that I'm in, tech and non-tech related, where people be like, oh, I see Windows 11 is still killing SSDs, links to that article. And I'm like, have you even read the article? They don't know. There's no useful information there.
Yeah.
It's a nothing burger. No one knows what this actually is.
Yeah.
Please stop there might be a problem. And if it turns out, if someone actually got to the bottom of this and it turned out that Microsoft had made a colossal fuck-up that had actually killed a bunch of SSDs, at that point I'd be like, yeah, golf clap, good job Microsoft, you killed a load of SSDs. But can we please wait until we actually know what's happening?
Can we write an article that actually makes a statement?
And
we may have found the source. The source is that engineering firmware was triggered.
Yeah.
What does that even mean?
This is nothing. You have nothing. You have no story here. It's so frustrating. This is why I get annoyed at the moment, is that, people roll with this and they go like, oh, Windows is crap, when they're reading articles like this. And I'm like, this isn't journalism. This isn't news. This isn't discourse.
Some people on a Chinese Facebook group have said these words. I'm now going to make a news article.
That's it. And like I said, it might transpire that it was all correct and accurate, but right now, there's no evidence of anything.
Oh no, as Greg M says, AI probably wrote the article.
Oh, God, yeah.
Someone probably scraped some data, gave some links and said,
please write an article about this. Yeah. Unironically, you might be right there, Greg. Yeah. And just, I hate it. I hate it so much. Yeah. I hate everything about it. So what Graham is saying is he hates my hard drive and everything on it. And I hate you as well, Stevie.
This has nothing to do with hard drives.
Yeah. I don't really hate you, Stevie. It was just really funny to say that. I'm sorry. So, yeah.
Clearly, the root
original person who started this is from Japan. This is also true, yes.
The root cause analysis of all of this is actually the failure reason for this is quantum tunneling llamas. So it's all the Peruvian government's fault. They've released these llamas as a spying attempt against the Iranian nuclear program, but unfortunately they, because of quantum flux, got misdirected and have ended up inside your Phison controller.
I was going to say it's cosmic rays doing a bit flip, but, because that's what everyone says whenever a BIOS gets corrupted. But that's not as interesting as your explanation. Anyway, Corsair power supplies. Let's see. CX550, is that a bit mean? 650 is like £4 more, so definitely go with that.
I mean, given this PC's wattage is like 360 watts, I'm not that fussed.
I'm going to put a 650 in there just so it's got a little bit of headroom, and also like the 650, that Corsair 550 might only have one 8-pin connector on it, whereas the 650's probably got a pigtail on it.
Yeah.
So yeah, and like suddenly, like the problem there is suddenly you go to put in a Radeon 6750 XT, and suddenly you don't have two 8-pin connectors, and you're like, what? So yeah.
Yeah.
Are those Rainbow GameMax PSU fans still noisy? We had one of them fail, or the fan on it failed.
Oh yeah, it's fully modular. Huh. That's kind of neat.
Oh, for a 550 watt? Yeah, that's tasty.
Fully modular for £45.
Oh, yeah.
That's kind of neat.
Yeah. Yeah.
However, it has one 6+2 pin.
Yeah, I'm going to put a Corsair in because power supplies are one of those things where, like, even though it's a CX, if you put a Corsair CX650 into the computer, no one is going to argue with you. You know, like, sure, it's not fully modular, but, like, it's Corsair, it's fine. No, you know, whereas you put in the Game Macs and suddenly you have to have an argument about whether Game Macs are okay or not, and everyone's going to be like, oh, they're all F tier. And I'm like, okay, look, PSU tier list is not God. It's a guide, you know.
Why is the GT300 £35?
I don't know.
That was a £15 power supply last time I looked at it.
It's also out of stock, though. Maybe it's an algorithmic price. So, yeah. Right, I have all of the things. So, yeah, let's see. Go to checkout and... the only thing I'm buying from Amazon is the cooler. Did Spire have thermal rights? Oh, yeah, Spire didn't have good coolers, did they?
CPU cooler. They've got Arctics.
Have they got an Arctic for 15 quid or 16 quid?
Have they got anything in stock?
I was going to say, have you got anything that I'd actually want to buy?
Hey!
Vida. No, not really.
Well,
Spire,
right.
Please get the thermal rights in.
Yeah.
If you had the thermal right, I'd be getting everything from Spire, which is a pretty big turnaround from me a couple of months ago, where I'm like, I don't care about Spire, you know. Like, you've almost got me. You've almost got me.
Si, clip that and send it to Nathan.
I don't care. Yeah, you've almost got me. You've almost got me.
I think I totted it up the other day, and there are two different shopping baskets I have with Spire. One that's about £300 and one that's £13,000, depending on whether I buy some switches or not.
I see.
And I'm just like,
Yeah. Also, I think Nathan is angry with me just because, like, the one time he called me up to just discuss things, it was like 5 p.m. on Friday.
You're like, I don't like you.
Well, I didn't say that. I just said, with the best will in the world, it's 5 o'clock on Friday. I don't want to have this conversation right now. Please call me back on Tuesday. And I haven't heard back from them since. And, like, I feel like an asshole, but also it was like, 5 o'clock on Friday. So I was like, I want to go home, dude. I don't want to talk business right now, you know.
Could get one of these.
He was hungover when we met him and we made him do work.
Oh, he was as well?
What's that? The Vida one? Yeah.
That's kind of neat. That's kind of
It's got a bunch of heat pipes on it. I'm sure
like
it's
that.
fine. I mean, for a 7500F,
Yeah.
like I wouldn't want to put that on a 7700, but on 220 watts, yeah, my foot, that does 220 watts.
It comes with a 4,500 RPM fan. That's how it does it.
Someone put that on a 14900K and let me know how that goes. Good luck.
Good luck.
Good luck. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I'm buying this.
It also comes with a plain black fan. So you get two fans. So you can have the RGB version and the non-RGB version in the same box.
Okay.
That's not bad. Because also if it is
also
just
ship it with one fan and make it cost £5 less?
Yeah, but also if it's just a standard 120mm fan, it actually costs £1.
I guess. Yeah. I'm buying thermal rights from Amazon. Buy now. Get 3 of those. Done. And I'm buying this Spire basket.
Anything else? No, I don't think so. Oh, a case. Oh no, you're
I've
using
got
the
a case.
Antec.
Yeah.
What about the other PC you said you needed to buy?
Yeah. Okay.
So you said you wanted to build a second computer.
Yeah. So okay,
for
right.
£1,200.
Let's build the £1,200 computer. Yeah. So yeah.
So you'd build exactly the same computer, and put a 9070 in it.
Yeah. So I want to put a slightly nicer motherboard in.
Okay, you put in the ASRock B650-HDV, and you fit the Wi-Fi, and now it's a nicer motherboard.
I'd like a motherboard that's actually ATX and not a micro ATX motherboard in an ATX case.
What's wrong with them?
If you're spending £1,200 on a PC, I actually want it to look professional. I'll die on this hill.
You could fit a 9070 though. You could actually have more FPS.
Well, yeah,
or you could have a pretty motherboard.
I think we can do that anyway. Like, unironically, I think we can fit a 9070 into this build anyway.
How much are they on Spire? Because they were cheap on Spire.
What, 9070s?
Yeah.
You look that up. I'm getting a cider.
How do I website component?
I suppose I should have some of the... what brand is this again? Yeah, I should have some of the Cranbourne as well.
Graphics.
I've got like 4
Graphics.
boxes of Stowford Press, but yeah, we can eat that at any time.
I can't drink Stowford Press anymore.
That's fine. I'll drink the Cranbournes.
It makes me just gassy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the HDV has no ARGB controller. That's the problem with the HDV.
Yeah.
That's not awful.
I'm gonna put this in. I'm gonna put this in the case with front RGB fans. So
yeah, but they are Molex RGB fans.
No, this we're not putting this £1,200 computer in one of the Antecs.
Oh, we are talking about 2 different things.
Okay, fine.
Also, why not profit margin, Graham?
I don't build cheap computers. I build good computers.
I don't build computers for profit.
I'll build you for profit in a minute.
I'd like to see you try. That was risky.
I was about to do it while looking at you, and I was like, no, I'm not that brave, so yeah. Have you still got Thug there? No? Okay.
No. How much is a 9070?
Oh. Oh, no!
What the fuck did you think was going to happen?
I forgot that I'd shaken it up because I was trying to get... There was sediment. And I didn't think this through. I didn't think this through. Okay, that was my bad.
Every now and then, room temperature IQ.
I never claimed to be a smart person.
Apparently...
Is this autism? Anyway.
Oh my god. Imagine working with this guy.
This is why I work alone, yeah. I can be brilliant. I am not brilliant. And by brilliant, I mean kind of mid. Oh.
Whoa. Oh, it's a XT. Okay. Sorry. Right.
I need you to keep the show going while I clean up my sin. Are you not entertained? This is why cloudy ciders are bad, because you shake it up and then you open it and it goes everywhere. This is what you sound like when you criticize Windows 11, people. This is a perfect analogy. This is a perfect analogy. This is people who are criticizing Windows 11 when it is in fact 100% a skill issue. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? I planned this. I planned this the whole time.
Did you? Did you really?
No, I didn't.
Did you plan anything at any point?
No, I'm winging it. I've been winging it for the past 15 years of my life.
I mean, that's pretty good. It means you had a plan at one point.
No, someone else had a plan and I was just along for the ride.
At least the desk gets some alcohol to kill the germs after the steak. Oh, God. Okay. So I have a decision for you to make.
Okay, tell me your decision.
Power Color Reaper, £500.
Okay.
XFX Swift, £530.
Oh, that's in black or white, yeah. Well, let's see what the rest of the budget does, because, for example, if we go with the Reaper instead of the Swift, that's slightly cheaper, which might give us a little bit of budget in order to have the nicer motherboard and things like that. I mean, why would we want to have the Swift if the Reaper is £30 cheaper?
I don't know.
Because
you're the one who was complaining about M80X motherboards.
Yeah, but also this.
Hence, I was giving you a decision.
Okay, right.
I was refocusing you.
Point taken. Point taken. Let's stick the Reaper
So you
on there
can
for
have
now.
the prettier one.
Well, the Reaper's fine, I'm sure. Yeah, it's fine. See, look at that.
It's tiny.
It's beautiful.
It's tiny. It's beautiful. Wait.
Do you ever see a picture like that and it's just like, how did this happen? You know.
Why are you like this? Who made this?
It immensely frustrates me how difficult it is to find high resolution product imagery in the year of our Lord 2025. You know.
That's convenient.
Yeah, that Reaper looks fine. Like
yeah,
you can
actually legitimately.
Yeah, like you can tell it's the.
I thought it looked like the 6600. I thought it was going to look like the 6600 XT Hellhound. Is this the one?
Sorry, yeah, correct. Yeah.
Or the 7600 XT Hellhound.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can I interest you in an RX 580?
Yeah. Point taken. Yeah.
That was just what I was thinking. I was just like, oh.
Yeah. There's a flaw, isn't there? You know.
But yes, that's solidly fine. Right, let's delete you.
Okay. Yeah. Right. So graphics card, then motherboard. So yeah, B650 with Wi-Fi.
X670, X670E.
Can you specify with Wi-Fi?
Scroll. Continue scrolling. Wi-Fi. Scroll. Sort.
Eagle looks good, but isn't. Yeah, the Eagle's a trap. Yeah.
Remove compatibility filter. There you go. Is it the gaming that's actually okay?
Yeah, that's the one. Oh, that's micro. Yeah, where's the full size? But that's the B650M. Yeah, you haven't got M in your. No, that's just. It is also a B650. Yeah. Right. Yeah. So the Eagle 80 AX. That one's the Eagle AX is the trap motherboard because it's got crap I/O on it. Just open that up just to confirm, just as a point of reference. Yeah, two USB 3 ports. What the hell is this? So yeah, whatever. Yeah, Gaming X. B650 Gaming Plus Wi-Fi. Yeah.
These two.
And the Gaming X AX. Yeah, so that's the motherboard that I run at home, and yeah, not the MSI, not the MSI, the Gigabyte. Yeah. So that, I think that's a really nice board, and it's a good looking board. Like it
has USB.
Yeah, and like, you know, for example, like I'm not being a dick about it. I think that's a good looking board. I think you build a computer with that, and you look at that and you go, yeah, that's a good looking PC. And I think looks have a level of importance. Just like, you know, putting aside the pettyisms for a moment, I think it's good to sell a computer that actually looks impressive, you know. However, you can sell that, like, the customer will probably never know or care. Yeah, I guess, but I don't know.
Gaming AX, is that what we're going for? The Gaming XAX V2?
I think so, because anything cheaper... So the MSI is the same price. And then below that, we're dropping down to like DS3H. And yeah, there's the MSI B650M Gaming Plus Wi-Fi. Yeah.
Scroll. There you go. The tough. Wait. We've lost the filter for Wi-Fi. There we go.
B650E Wi-Fi? Oh, it's 142. It's more expensive, yeah.
Yeah, it's probably...
Yeah, so the Gaming X AX V2, that's the sweet spot, isn't it?
Yeah.
For what we're looking for.
Yeah.
The only... And yeah. Anything else is more expensive, and anything that is cheaper, you either don't have Wi-Fi or it's got crap I/O. So yeah. Cool. So yeah. Are we putting a 7700 in it? I mean, we can, I guess. Yeah. I guess you could. Yeah. I think that 7700 is going to end up on the chopping block in order to fit the graphics card in, but let's keep going.
Well, it's functionally the same price, isn't it?
I guess, yeah. I kind of wanted to sell the 7700s for more because they're valued higher than what we're paying for.
Oh, yeah.
Like, what's the point in getting them cheap if we're going to sell them cheap, you know? However, yeah, we'll put it there as a placeholder.
Where's a slightly fancy looking one? Oh, that's that stock.
Yeah, built-in I/O place. I'm curious as to what that costs at manufacturing, because it is very frustrating that that's still a premium feature.
That will do. That's all staying the same. Right, I'm just going to change this price then to 150.
Okay, yeah, sure. Yeah. So there's some built-in profit on the CPU.
I'm going to remove that case. I'm going to remove that power supply.
The case, I want to use... let's see. I want to put it in a premium case, so like a Corsair or a Fantex or something like that.
Diosa!
Oh, this fucking keyboard. Core.
The coo. Oh yeah, you can have a Corsair keyboard.
How much is the frame?
What, the 4000D?
Yeah, with Rugaba. 85 quid.
£85?
I really like that case right now. Yeah. 85 quid for a frame 4000D ARGB.
Is that the frame RS ARGB?
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
In black?
Yes, in black. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, I don't like if anyone anyone got anything better than that, I think that's tough to beat. It's a really nice case, and 85 quid with front RGB fans. I think that's good. I think that's good value for money. Lianli V100R. Hang on a minute. Lianli V100R. Is available at £78. Oh yeah, I remember this coming up previously. What's the R version? Because I've got a V100, but I'm not seeing a V100R. Oh, V100RX. These pictures are exactly the same, yet there's 50 quid difference in the pricing. Oh, I think that one is... it's got fans in the picture, but it doesn't come with the fans. And I think the one with fans is 135. That's on Amazon, so it might be cheaper elsewhere, but I don't think
The R just means it's ready.
Yeah. Montec Air 100. Montec Air 100. Oh yeah, 50 quid. I might buy one of those anyway, just for stock. That's really nice, actually. Do you want to bring that up on stream? Yeah, Montec Air 100 ARGB. How much do you want to bet that the fans are crap?
Is it? Oh, £37? Sure.
Oh, from Idilo. And then apparently it's not actually £37.
Oh yeah, no, it's 40 quid from...
Oh, and uBlock Origin is concerned. Oh, it's... Oh yeah, they're broken, that's why. Yeah.
Whatever. Fine. Yeah? Give me the big picture. Okay.
Mike says, should be under 80 quid with fans. Yeah, have you got a supplier on that, Mike? Where are you seeing it at that price?
Okay.
Because, yeah, like Amazon don't have it at that price.
How big is it? Is it big
oh,
enough
is that
for
a micro? Yeah.
No. I mean, is it big enough to fit a real GPU?
Probably.
Because that's the problem I've had with every Montec case.
Yeah, but
so far is they're so short.
Yeah.
You can't fit real GPUs in them.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Also, it's a micro though, which kills it dead for me.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, micro ATX, mini ATX.
Yeah, that's game over.
Never
for
mind.
Me.
Irrelevant.
Yeah. No. Yeah, micro ATX is no bueno. Mainly just because as soon as you put any real graphics card in there, aside from the length problem, you'll almost certainly have issues with airflow under the graphics card. So yeah. Good shout. I was really I like the price. I like the look. It's a really good contender. But yeah, the micro ATX kills it. If that had been ATX, I probably would have bought one of those for stock anyway. But yeah.
Case.
I think I'm going to end up buying another frame.
Where's the price selector thingy?
I saw that, Leanne Lee, just then. Can you just see what the look up the Leanne Lee on PC Part Picker, just to see if anyone's got it for sub 80?
What is it?
It was the Leanne Lee V100R. V100R. V100 is one word.
$69 in black from Orbit with free delivery.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. 70 quid. Yeah. I don't really want that one for this specific build, but I'm kind of tempted to get one of those anyway, because we've looked at this case before. Yeah, check AWD B grade 2. Yeah, that's a good shout. Yeah, that, I'll grab up that Orbit in a minute. I'm going to order one of those Leanne Lees just for the sake of checking it out, because it's a good looking case. So, yeah. AWD IT.
Fantex Eclipse G370A.
for 54 quid. Who's got that? Yeah, because that's a nice case. Yeah, I do. I like the Fantex, and I like the because I'd be totally fine putting it in that Fantex at that price.
Why? Why is that £50?
They've got to sell them at some point.
Oh yeah, the Curling Observatory.
CIT, absolutely not. CIT stands for cut eyes, cut my fingers somehow. I don't know. Right. Okay, this website is not loaded properly. What was that Orbit website again?
Don't know. What were you looking at? The Fantex Eclipse?
Yeah, computerorbit.com. Computerorbit.com. Because I'm going to buy that case. I don't think I'm going to use it for this build. I think I kind of want the traditional look for this build. However, I want to buy that for another one because, like, for a kid's gaming PC, having the fish tank style would look really good. Crap in tin. There we go. Yeah. CIT DS360 is a new breed from CIT.
I don't like the idea of CIT breeding.
Them's fighting words, Mike.
How much is it?
With the best will in the world, them's fighting words.
And where can I get it from?
Because,
Where from? Why is it £60? Oh. No. I'm done. I would give it £30. I would try it for 30.
The problem is, it's 60 quid. I could buy a Fantex for that price, and it's just like, I'll take the Fantex, thank you very much. Fantex Eclipse G3 set. This is a really nice gaming case. That's got an RGB strip along the... Oh, actually, I don't think that one has the RGB strip, but still. That's a really nice case.
Yeah,
and
you're getting both of these from Orbit.
Yeah, at 55 quid, that's a no-brainer. That's a no-brainer.
Do you like a Cougar Mini Gaming Airface?
Air in your face. Right. Okay, right. Hang on a sec. V100R.
Arr.
Okay, give me one of those. Add to cart. And the Fantex.
G370A.
G3...
Just search the actual model.
Search for you in a minute. G370A. £54.
There we go.
Down from 55.
Deals.
Yeah.
Front fans with glass. What glass? It's mesh.
What?
It's mesh.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, that's mesh. Yeah.
It's pixels.
Yeah. Yeah. PS1 Hagrid moment.
God.
Anyway.
Fucking Jesus wept.
The A in the model the G370A, the A stands for airflow, which means it's mesh front. The glass means it has a glass side panel. So yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay, right. Am I just buying one of those Fantex? I feel like I should buy more than one of those at 54 quid, to be honest. I'm going to see what AWD have. Where do you find AWD's B stock?
I don't know. What's their website again? Is it
awd-it.co.uk? Because if they don't have anything cheap, I'm probably going to buy 3 or 4 of those Fantex.
I can't remember where you got them. Oh, components? Yeah, components.
Click on deals. Click on deals, apparently. Oh, top right, red.
Deals. Sort by. Price. Thanks.
Red deals icon.
There we go.
I saw a gigabyte power supply. Imagine if it was like the P9 whatever it is, and it's just like, oh my god, someone's still trying to get rid of those wretched things.
I see. I see.
Sorry, I was just seeing a bunch of stuff disappearing from chat, and I was like, what's going on? The aliens are eating my data.
Oh, do you want a spiky fan? Endorphi Fluctus.
Right, have they got any cases? I want to place orders. Find me cases.
They don't have a filter. You can have an RGB long mouse mat.
You're too long. Yeah, that wooden front for the Corsair 4000D is kind of neat. But yeah. Scroll up the left, B grade. So you've got to add in some eyes emojis saying look.
Oh, there you go. You can get a 9700F for only £75.
Wowee. Okay, I could get a fractal design focus for £52.99. No. Oh, Liani Landcool? 70 quid. Fine. That's pretty good for a Landcool, but not what I'm looking for. Okay. Landcool 2, £65. That's not bad. It is, again, not what I'm looking for right now, but these are interesting if you like these cases. Landcool 2, yeah. Yeah, there's some deals in here.
AWD X equals cube V2.
There are some nice cases in here at good prices, but I'm looking for stuff that's going to change my world. So, yeah, keep going.
O11D for £73.
Yeah. Yeah, like I'm looking for like frame 4000Ds for 40 quid. That's what I'm looking for here, you know.
200D for 80 quid? So
Yeah.
2000D? What?
No.
Oh,
No, okay, I'm buying Vantex. Shall I just buy 4 of these? I really should. I'm doing it. I'm add 4 to cart, and I'm going to get, and then I've got one of those Lianli Vector V100s as well. Because, yeah. I'll put something in that. Oh, I'm getting cold feet now about the Lianli. I should look at it, though, as an option. Yeah, for a showcase. Yeah, let's do it. All right, decision made. Right, cases are sorted. Okay, right, so back to the PC spec. Let's get back on thing. Stefan says, I'm not sure about buying B-grade cases. So you do roll the dice with the AWD B-grade stuff, but if it's truly abominable, then you just say, give me my money back. But yeah, Sai and I bought a bunch of cheap Corsair cases from them, and they were a bit of a mixed bag. Some of them were damaged, but they were, we're talking like they were half price. And the worst I had was one of them, like it was missing the screws, or like the screw kit, and like I have screws. Like if you're not a shop and you don't have stuff lying around, but if you have access to spares and stuff like that, it's not really a big deal. But yeah, it is a bit of a roll of the dice. So yes, it's Stevan. Sorry. Oh yes, it was Stefan. Okay, sorry, Stefan.
All I'm thinking of is...
Oh my god. What is this? Devon.
It's Stephen with a PH.
Anywho. Nice, my new avatar. Okay. Also, yeah, we have a Stefan in chat. Look, I'm sorry I got you mixed up. Anyway.
You all look the same to me.
I didn't say
Text
that.
on the screen.
Anyway. What do we need? Okay, power supply. Right, okay, let's order stuff. I need to buy things. We've got to build the computer. Right, CPU, we've already got that. Peerless Assassin. Did we decide that the Lidl Thermalright would be okay on a 7700?
The Thermalright from Lidl. The Lidl Thermalright.
The little Thermalright that costs £16 and has 2 fans on it. Do we think that would be okay?
I think the
with
2-fan one probably.
7700.
I think the 2-fan one probably.
Hmm.
Not the little, not the little 1-fan one.
It's an 88-watt CPU. Really? Ah, fair.
Yeah. Like real
yeah.
watts.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Yeah. Cool. So that's fine. I've got coolers then, so we don't need to order a cooler. Right.
Did you get more than one?
Yes. I ordered 3.
Cool.
So yeah. 100% fine. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Right. Let's see. B650 Gaming X. B650 Gaming X AXV2. What's the price?
AWD is 133.95. Amazon should be 134.99.
Yeah, I'm just going to get the Amazon one because I can just click add to basket and it's done.
Well, I'm going to check Spire.
Although actually, apparently Orbit have it for 135 as well. Yeah. Yeah, sure. Check Spire. Spire aren't going to have Gigabyte.
No. But I'm going to see what motherboards they've got for the same price.
Sure.
Because unless you've already clicked the buy button. Where the fuck's motherboard's gone? Oh, there. I'm not blind.
Why was Graham talking about Julian? I had to enunciate my words because Caradog was making light of me pronouncing little as the brand name Lidl.
It's like the difference between driving to Aldi and your Aldi.
A Lamau.
And then when you need getting Aldi.
God. I was on the transfer bus from the airport to the holiday resort, and there were some other Brits on the bus as well. And I just said to some kid who saw a Lidl in Bulgaria and was like, "Oh, they got Lidl here as well. I thought that was just a UK thing." And I was like, "Ugh, guys of second-hand cringe."
I think the short answer is no.
No, Sleepwalker, you've fallen for the same trap. Lidl are a German supermarket chain that has also branched out to a lot of European countries. That's the joke. They're not even UK, so implying that they're only in the UK is wrong on multiple levels.
If they had stock, you could have the Asus TUF Gaming B650-E Wi-Fi for 134.81.
Yeah, which might be worth it. Can we have a look at the I/O on that, just out of interest, just so I know whether that's actually worth buying if it's available? Let's see. It looks about the same, to be honest.
Yeah.
So yeah, I could take or leave that. But on the other hand, if you're placing an order with Spire anyway, it means they do have some good motherboards. Because with the best will in the world, the ASRock boards are a bit hit and miss, the cheap ones. So yeah. Still like it when people think Häagen-Dazs is German. I did not know that.
That's not how you pronounce it. It's Häagen-Dazs.
I mean, if it's not German, then yeah, I don't know. Right. Also SLD said the price difference between the single tower coolers and the Peerless is not that big, so you get the Peerless anyway. I mean, that's a reasonable thing to say. Peerless Assassin.
Next, you'll be telling us that Gino Ginelli isn't Italian.
Yeah. Yeah, the Thermalright Peerless Assassin is £23.90 on Amazon right now.
Which is £7 different.
Yeah.
which on a £16 item is
quite a big price hike on the percentage value.
Yeah.
However, we're spending £1,200. If we can find another £7, we get to put a big boy cooler on it for the pimp value, which is worth considering. Let's see what our final price comes out at first, because actually, yeah, what's our final price on this build? We kind of skipped a step. I'm putting stuff in the basket. Yeah, like what's our actual spec list look like right now? So we've got all that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that leaves me with £80 profit, which that's fine. Yeah.
You'd realistically actually drop the 9070.
Yeah. What to what a 7800 XT or something?
Possibly. I think, or
no.
We've taken £50 out here. Sorry, £20 out here.
Yeah.
We? Oh yeah.
Also,
no, that's fine. That makes it £100. Yeah. No, that's fine.
Oh yeah. So we're actually at £100 profit at the moment, which is good. Yeah. I was going to say, failing that, I drop the CPU before I drop the graphics card any day of the week. Like that's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Yeah. £80 not enough. Yeah. Well, yeah. We're going to end up with £100 there. So yeah.
Yeah, give or take. Yeah.
Windows 11 costs £4, so that's irrelevant. Yeah. Yeah.
Also, did you add the RAM to Spire, which is slightly cheaper?
Yes. I've got that we've got that on Spire at the moment.
What RAM was it? And how much is it? 'Cause we'll actually add the prices.
Yeah, okay. It's the ADATA XPG Lancer Blade.
Yeah, sorry,
price.
What is the price?
It
was £85, wasn't it?
£85.98. Yeah.
Cool. £86. There you go.
Yeah. Also, Sai points out the card reader fees as well.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And then which case was it that you were actually going with on this one?
Fantex.
Was it the
G370A?
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, which takes you to 1084.
Yeah. So after card reader fees, we've got £100 profit in there, which in fact, and that's £100 build cost, which is the profit and stuff. That's my thing. So yeah. And yeah, like make £100 to build a computer. I think that's fair. I think that's reasonable. Perfect, personally.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how does the 9070 vanilla fare against a 7800 XT? Because like the 9070, it's gonna have better ray tracing and stuff like that, which makes it desirable. But also, if the 7800 XT just has drastically better raster, then maybe worth considering.
The 7080
7800 XT. Oh wow. Yeah, okay.
7080 XT.
Yeah.
Up to 9070.
Yeah, no, so the
26%.
Yeah, the 9070 totally makes sense then. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not going crazy here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you'd have to be picking up, 7900 XTs for it to make sense.
Good.
How much is the 7900 XT from eBay? eBay. 7900 XT.
Yeah. Just check what it would cost on Amazon for all the parts. If the customer did it themselves, then add £100 to that. I suppose, yeah, because at that point you're charging £100. Yeah. Yeah, that's not an unreasonable way to look at it.
Hold on. Buy now. That's what I meant to do.
Yeah. I mean, my method is always just how much can I do for the budget that the customer has. That's I think basically we're working in two different directions here. I start with the budget and work backwards, whereas you're starting with the thing and working forward, so to speak. But I think they're both valid strategies. But I'm happy, I'm happy to make 100 quid on this. There's also the fact of like that 70, I didn't pay 150 quid for that 7700 either. So there's little bits of extra money here and there, Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, at any rate, I'm going with that for this specific one.
Interesting. Yeah. It's functionally the same performance.
Yeah.
And only £15 cheaper.
Yeah, because I think this is the
Wow.
thing. Okay, let me rephrase. Let me turn this around, Si.
That's a bit whack.
What spec would you build then? If the customer's got 1,200 quid to spend, what would you build? Like, what would you change on this then? Because if you're saying I'm not making enough money on this, what would you change? 8500G. Isn't the 8500G a lemon?
I mean, kinda, because it's an APU.
Yeah. I seem to remember the 8500G is a lemon because it's got no cache. Yeah. Go to 5070. That's not going to make this cheaper. I don't think. Nvidia name still sells. Not really. The customer will buy what I tell them to buy. The customer has said, I have this much money to spend. Please build me a gaming computer. So they'll get what I tell them to buy in this instance. So yeah. Okay, so I'm saying, I'm saying price it both ways for the sake of comparison. It shows that you're offering value. Okay, yeah, sorry, I'm misinterpreting you. That's fair. Yeah. 9060 XT for 16 gig instead. Yeah, we can fit a 9070 in there though, so why wouldn't we? If we needed to get this down to like 1,000, that we could start looking at 9060
But if
XTs
you
and
needed to get it down
but...
to 1,000, I'd put a 7500F in
Oh,
it.
absolutely. Yeah, we're just saying.
That would be the first point.
Yeah, for a moment, it looked like people were. It looked like that the consensus was, I'm not profiting enough from this. So what do we do about that? Yeah. However, it looks like I've misinterpreted that, and So yes, they would get a better customer feel from Nvidia. I'm going to tell them, no, they're wrong. You should buy AMD because people need to buy AMD graphics cards
when they are faster and the same price.
Yeah.
Certainly the 5070 to the 9070.
Here at Adamant IT, we're part of the solution, not the problem.
The 9070 is faster than a 5070
Jensen,
and functionally the same price.
Yeah, Jensen Huang needs to be punched in the face. Not necessarily by me, but by our wallets, by buying AMD.
Sure.
AMD sucks, market share shows it. What? Come again? Like, no. Like, so are we assuming that Windows is the best operating system in the world because they have the biggest market share? That's not how that works. Yeah, market share doesn't mean better. That's nonsense. That's not how that works. So yeah, don't get me wrong, Nvidia graphics cards are very good, but AMD are competitive right now. Okay, right, I'm going to start adding this stuff to my basket then. So we've got the case. I need to go to, where's my Spire basket? Right, so for the Spire basket, we're going to get a second set of the RAM. We're going to get, yeah, we're putting a terabyte in there. Yeah, we'll stick with the terabyte for now because that fits everything else in. So we'll have another one of those SSDs. Power supply. We want something a bit nicer than a CX650. What power supply budget have we got at the moment?
8394.
Oh, that's nice. Okay. Let me just quickly see. So components, power supplies, Corsair. Can we get an RM for that price? 650 RME. Yeah, 750 RME is 91.
650 is fine.
650.
Because we're talking 450 watts.
Yeah. Yeah. I like to add in headroom, but like
200 watts of headroom is enough.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Just we went through a phase where just suddenly we had to beef up power supplies just in case, and I'm still
No, we had to not buy shit ones.
Yeah.
That was the difference. And people needed to not run 3090s on a 600 watt power supply.
Yeah.
That's what it actually
I think
was.
the other thing as well is that at one point power supplies got cheap and we could get more.
Yeah.
At one point you could get an RM850 for £83.
Yeah.
And so we were kind of accustomed to just throwing in an 800 watt power supply because you could.
Yeah.
And so whereas at the moment you can't do that anymore, but also that's fine.
Yeah. So
yeah. Cool. Give me one of those RM650s then. Add to basket. Cool. Go to checkout. Right. So the motherboard, we're getting that from Amazon. Where's my motherboard gone? It's already in the basket. Cool. What? We're not putting the Peerless Assassin on there because. Oh no, we can afford the Peerless. We can afford to put a Peerless. Are we going to put the Peerless Assassin in there? We're going to put the bigger cooler in there. Yeah, it's £29 on PC Part Picker, and I can get it for £24 on Amazon. So sod it. Yeah, we'll get a couple of Peerless Assassins.
I just clicked on it. I clicked on the most 30th pound.
Yeah.
Air cooler.
Yeah.
Nothing more than that. It was the most 30-ish pound air cooler.
Yeah, we'll stick the slightly bigger cooler in there for pimp value.
Yeah.
Because we're comfortably making £100 on this at the moment, so I'm happy basically. And yeah, if we were under £100, I would be starting to be like, I want to scrape off money here and money there. But once I'm guaranteed £100 in my pocket after building this PC, I'm kind of happy at that point. So yeah.
How much is an Assassin's Spirit Evo?
I don't know, and I can't be bothered to search for it. Okay. Assassin's Creed Spirit Evo. 120 Evo?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
£19. Just because it comes with a RGB fan on it.
Yeah, that's nice.
So it's a case of just, do you want an RGB fan one?
I should have picked up a couple of those instead of 3 of the other ones. I don't want to. We're going for tasteful RGB on this one, which means just the front
it was
band.
purely just because I saw that it was like £20,
yeah,
120mm, and it had RGB.
Yeah. Oh, check that it's ARGB, says Sai, which is a very good point.
No, it won't be. It's just RGB.
However, the £19.31 is ARGB. So if you pay another 30, another quid, then you get ARGB.
Cool.
So yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to skip out on those for now, but I should buy those next time.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Right, go to basket. So I've got coolers, I've got the motherboard, we've got RAM, we've got storage, we've got power supplies, we've got CPUs already. Oh, the graphics card. Are we getting... who's got the graphics card?
Don't know. Scroll. Depends. If you are getting the Reaper, it's overclockers. From Spire, it's an extra £30 for the Swift, which now takes you to £70 a profit, which takes you to £50 a profit with card fees.
Yeah, 90/70. Oh, am I going to have to buy it directly from overclockers just to get that price? That kind of sucks.
Yes, because everyone else is way more. It's £45 more minimum.
That's unfortunate. Okay, I'll take that one on the chin on this instance. I Yeah, that's kind of a bummer, but we'll do. We've come this far.
Yeah, and it's got free delivery anyway, so
Yeah,
it's neither here nor there.
that's kind of what I was expecting there. Right, okay, I'm going to quickly clear these baskets now. So proceed to checkout. Enjoy £15 off your first Morrison's on Amazon grocery shops. Wow. All right, deliver on Tuesday. That's fine. Buy now.
Is that this coming Tuesday? Oh yeah. Not 2 weeks time. Sorry,
Worth
because I
checking,
saw
though,
the
you're right.
16th as well.
Yeah.
I was like, hold on, which one did you just click on?
Yeah. Right, order place. Right, that's done. Spire. Right. Standard delivery, next working day.
Cool.
Oh, it's a shame I can't nominate, because I want to nominate Tuesday. Oh, they're not going to ship it. They're not going to ship it for Monday anyway, though, are they? Because it's 6:30 on a Saturday. So
Probably
yeah.
not. I mean, if you just leave it on that page and we'll buy it when we end, it guarantees that there is no one there. No one will be there, because I don't know how long we're going to keep going for.
I guess. I kind of want to just make sure this is done in my brain.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If we just do it as the last order, it makes no
Okay.
difference.
Fine. All right. Orbit. Right. Check.
Do you want 4 of those cases?
Why shouldn't I? That's my question to you.
Because you aren't
G70A, nice case, 55 quid. I think that's a good price.
because you're ordering 5 cases there, and how
Yeah.
many have you already got in the shop that are sellable?
2.
Okay, so you now have 7 sellable cases.
Yeah.
How many computers are you going to build in the next
All right.
12 months?
All right, I'll get 2 then. I'll get 2. I'm sort of going a bit overboard because I've got a really bad habit of every time I see bargains, I'm just like, I'll get 2 of them. And then once I've used the other one up, I'm just like, why didn't I buy 10 of these? Like this is like, yeah.
Yeah,
So-
but when they're £30 for the case, yes, buy 10 of them. When they're £54 and everyone else was selling them for £55.
Yeah. Okay, fine. I got 2 of them. I'm definitely getting 2 of them because I'm going to use one of them for this build and the other one for stock.
It's also just a case of...
That's e-waste.
Exactly.
But I'm not buying e-waste.
No, but where's that going to go?
In the cupboard full of e-waste.
And therein completes my point.
And also I'll put it on the show bench. I've got enough
The
space
show
in
bench
here.
filled with e-waste.
Those are customer. How dare you? Those are customer computers.
Yeah,
Yes,
like
one
a
of-
15-year-old Optiplex
Okay.
that you're fitting a 1650 to.
All right. Listen. All right. Listen. Okay. Look. Listen.
Is that not
Look.
e-waste?
Listen. Okay. Listen. Look. Okay. Listen. Okay.
All you have to do is put the e-waste in the white bag, and then it goes away.
I'm going to make you go away in a minute. Okay, right. Let's use up the last of my PayPal balance as well. Yes, use that. And my accountant will hate me for having a weird number, but whatever. Finish paying at computer or bit. Right, ship. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Pay now. Phone. 01747228223. Can I have it? Processing. Your shipping address is Shaftesbury. Thanks. Continue shopping. Okay, yeah, I'm on that. I was like, it didn't ask me to 2-factor. That's a bit spooky, but of course I'm on that PC, so that's fine. Right, okay, that's the Orbit order done. Right, overclockers. Overclockers.co.uk. I've enjoyed this stream in shopping. Oh yeah, well, joke's on you, buddy, because we're at the 3-hour marker, so it's time to go. Okay. Yeah, okay.
Older than 1970.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I was just going to say, are we good to clear up? Because I don't think we need to spend the last 5 minutes of this stream watching me add things into my cart and on a off screen that we're not capturing. I'd say that's a successful specking up, though. We've got those computers ready to go.
Sort by price in the top right.
Yes, I will. Low to high. Right, Power Color Reaper, add to basket. Go to basket. Right, do I have an account? Why are you showing me the PayPal? Right, overclockers. I don't think I've got. I think I've got to recover my overclockers. I've got to recover my overclockers account. I must have one, but I want to recover it just so I can just order stuff from them without it being a big deal.
Very well.
Anyway, thank you everyone for tuning in. I've enjoyed this stream. So yeah, we sorted out that iMac and we've ordered stuff for a new PC and had some interesting conversation. We won't be back next week because I'll be in Manchester going to a dirty furry meetup. Anyone goes to Manchester?
Are there any clean ones?
No.
Like where they've washed?
No, we're all sinners.
Or showered, you
It's
know.
all irrecoverable. So if anyone's at Manchester Furs next week, then say hi to me. So yes. So I guess we'll be back in 2 weeks again.
Okay.
So yeah. That's it.
Very well.
Dirty ferry should wash. Yes. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, everyone. See you soon with something else. Bye for now, y'all. Bye.
Bye!